Millennials aren't buying diamonds. Why? Too busy filling out job applications that ask them to attach their resume and then enter what's on the same resume on the next page. I've been busy with that my whole life. You wouldn't hit a lady, would you? The hammer of justice is unisex. It don't discriminate. I love when people complain about Twitter. On Twitter. Good point. When the hamburger store gets my order wrong, I always go complain to the dry cleaners.
In 5 years, nobody will watch Everything Everywhere all at once. The movie is meh. It is overlong, 2 hours and 19 minutes to be exact, confused, and generally bizarre. In fact, nobody has watched a single Best Picture winner 5 years later since 2007's No Country for Old Men. Everything about Ben Shapiro starts to make sense when you find out he failed as a screenwriter. Yeah, he absolutely failed. The first step to reducing your emissions is to know where you stand. Find out your carbon footprint with our new calculator and share your pledge today. I pledge not to spill 4.9 million barrels of oil into the Gulf of Mexico. Sorry. We're sorry. Sorry. Y'all think being cute is easy. Lashes, $110. Wigs, $600. Nails, $105. Installs be $100 plus. Natural hair plus a gym membership could be cheaper. This one seems a little bit strange. Some would just call this, I don't know, you being you. You want lashes? You want nails? Why is that a bad thing, dude? Sure! Natural hair and a gym membership could be easier, sure, yes. But what if someone, I don't know, say wants to do these things? Because they like it and they enjoy it. Like, come on. What's the worst career advice you've ever received? An internship at the White House will be amazing on your resume. Well, that seems a little bit, it's Monica Lewinsky. Honestly, I love Monica Lewinsky these days. She's not wrong, but did she have to say it? For the girls, do the dare to keep this card. Text another player's parent and tell them their child is being a terrible influence on you. Hey, your child is being a terrible influence on me. Sweetheart, you two met because you were the only two girls left in a frat house in Ohio at 7 a.m. What did you expect? I don't even know what that means. Trump is the blackest U.S. president in history. I guess orange really is the new black. Heyo! God, how old is this? Watching the new documentary with my girlfriend. Me every 5 minutes. My girlfriend. Why is your girlfriend so young? What would you expect from Leonardo DiCaprio? Oh, jeez, dude. Guys really live in apartments like this and don't see any issue. Sorry, we understand this economy and don't waste our money on dumb shit like 3 wooden arrows that say live, laugh, love. I'm sorry. Men, all of us, do understand this economy, but we absolutely do waste our money on dumb shit. Don't sit there and pretend for a second that your collecting habit, as a lot of us have, is superior to someone else's. Do you know how many games I've collected that I haven't actually even played yet? Unnatural hair colors in women are a warning signal to stay away. It's an example of aposematism, the phenomenon of poisonous animals in nature. Poisonous animals? Oh, right, you are correct on that. In nature, advertising their toxicity and lethality. It's there to warn off predators, not sexual partners. If you're repelled by it, it's working. Exactly as intended. Moms should get a fast pass to the front of the line at coffee shops. Honey, you're 22 and slept 10 hours last night? Get to the back of the line. Imagine thinking that you deserve special treatment for getting I always love this one. Also, it does seem a little bit weird that you would complain about having to wait in line at the coffee shop. You're a mom, get a $10 coffee machine, buy a $5 thing of grounds, and quit being How about that? You'll always be at the front of the line at your own damn coffee machine. Iowa police officer designs patriotic sneaker. Ah yes, the excessive force ones. Those look so goddamn stupid. Why does the human body need water only to pee it out? Just keep it in. That's why we have balls to keep it in longer. Sir, pee is not stored in the balls. No balls, no opinion. Look, normally I wouldn't be on this person's side, but yeah, I mean, you can store a lot in there. Trust me, like a gallon. I'm on the bus and this guy is so fine, but he's got an iPhone 6. And you're on a bus. Dude, back where I'm from, Spokane, has my favorite public transit system. Works great. I don't see a problem with it. Even owning a car, I would still use the public transit system. So there's nothing wrong with being on the bus. However, it does seem a little bit weird that your attractiveness meter factors in what kind of phone they have. Are they themselves attractive or are they not? That's what it should be. Oh, he's a 10, but he's got an iPhone 6. Who gives Does it work?
Can he send you ding-dong pics? Cool, no problem. Signs of a weak man. Has a TikTok account. Smoke addict. Broke. Desperate for women. What else did I miss? Has a Twitter account. Uses any other substance. Addicted to pleasure. Thinks he's wealthy. Thinks he has the right to define what masculinity or weakness is. Desperate for attention. Disguised as only here to help. Yeah, has a TikTok account. That seems like a weird one from someone that has a Twitter account, yeah. It's called the Church of Satan, where they perform ritual human sacrifice and eat human flesh. Please don't confuse us with the Catholics. Yeah, I don't know how they could think that the Church of Satan kills people and eats them, like that would be legal in any sense. MIT gets burned. Ready for a world in which a $50 DNA test can predict your odds of earning a PhD or forecast which toddler gets into a selective preschool? You can already do this with a zip code. It must kind of stink that you can't run 3 times. You know, if I ran a 3rd time, it'd be sort of like doing a 3rd Hangover movie. Didn't really work out very well, did it? Mr. President! Oh! Nothing works like a little pressure. Now let's write it into law. $25 for insulin across the board. You voted against it. Don't try to take credit, you liar. Maybe try running away again. Yeah, get out of here. Yikes. A government big enough to give you everything is big enough to take everything. Literally! Alabama Democrat proposes bill mandating all men have vasectomies at age 50 or after a 3rd child. Yes, the government shouldn't be involved in private reproductive health choices, yes. That's a great point you made, yes! Let it sink in! This is how it feels to be a white conservative woman! Perfect analogy, because that's not a real target and you've put it there yourself. God, this one's so old, but it's so great. She got absolutely goddamn destroyed. Friendly reminder that you don't get to celebrate Lunar New Year unless you're literally Oh, right, we're at this again. All right, thank you, Andy Wang, for inviting all of us to celebrate Lunar New Year. Hopefully you do it every year. After 2 months of talking, I told this guy yesterday that I wasn't ready for a relationship, and he responded, "It's been great, I hope you have a good one," and then he blocked me. No effort, no pressure applied. I'm devastated. You're devastated because he respected your decision? It does seem a little odd that he blocked? I mean, I guess. I don't know. Everyone's a little different. But yeah, it does seem a little bit weird that you're devastated that he was like, you know what? That's totally fair. Goodbye. We must demand that the extremely wealthy pay their fair share. Period. I keep forgetting that you're still alive. The richest person in the world crapping on the nicest person in the world is capitalism summed up in 2 tweets. Well, what sums it up even better is that everybody actually liked Elon Musk and his pic Twitter profile photo. Even more people liked that one. And it's quite despicable. Screw you, Elon. Screw you. I'm glad Twitter has been... I'm actually quite satisfied that they were able to swindle you out of $40 billion plus now that the website's worth $12 Map showing the only place my taxes should go to. Sometimes I mean... I know you failed your GED 4 times before having someone else take it for you, but in 1959, Alaska and Hawaii became U.S. states. I don't want to get into Puerto Rico or other territories of the U.S., as it might be a touch advanced for you. As someone who's been living and paying taxes in Colorado for a really long time, nothing makes me more ashamed than knowing she's supposed to be a representative of anyone that lives here. If men are agreeing with you, you said something stupid. You're absolutely right. Facts. Phil Murphy is the worst governor in America. Sarah Huckabee Sanders rolls back child labor laws, and you think Phil Murphy is the worst governor in the country? I think you might need a psych evaluation. Yeah, we are going back to the Industrial Revolution, dude. We're going back to putting 8-year-olds in mines and getting them killed and buried alive. Like, that may sound dramatic now, give it a few years. They want child labor because it's cheaper, and eventually could be free at the rate they're going. Hell, they don't even want kids to be fed. They don't want them to be fed, man! I think it's time you go to church. No thanks. When I want to spend 10% of my money to be lied to so I feel good, I'll go to a strip club. They have fewer rules, the touching is consensual, the music is way better, and the servings of wine are much bigger. Overall, it's just a much better value. Oh no, Sodom and Gomorrah's back again. Girls walk alone at night and think a FaceTime call is gonna protect them. Yeah, let's all laugh at the fact that women don't feel safe walking alone at night. Good one. Yeah. I think someone needs to check on Sir Cap-a-Lot because what he just said is probably among the creepiest things ever. You think that what I just said is dramatic? Nah. When a mother says like, "Oh, you think that's going to protect you?" Like, dude, no, this guy might be dangerous, all right? Nah, I don't like that shit. It creeps me out. Male privilege is wearing the same outfit multiple times to events while girls can't wear the same dress twice no matter how cute it is. There's not a single straight man on earth that cares if you wear the same cute dress twice. The negative comments will come from other women. I mean, I can't confirm things to be definitively true or not, but as a guy who, while not straight, loves ladies, yeah, I don't see how I could ever complain that you wore the same thing twice. Especially when, I'll wear the same damn thing for a year. I don't care. I'm gonna do a Daniel Radcliffe and just wear the same outfit out of the house every day for 6 months. Satanists don't believe in a literal Satan. Then what do you call people who do believe in a literal Satan? Christians. I was attacked in a restaurant tonight by an insane woman and screamed at by her adult son. They had no respect for the restaurant or the staff or the other people dining who blah 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 blah. Hate when that happens. I was attacked and screamed at in 2018 by an insane woman named Marjorie Taylor Greene. She had no respect for the privacy of me as an 18-year-old survivor or my staff. She was self-righteous, insane, and completely out of control. Yeah, it's crazy. Hopefully she doesn't work in... Oh, okay. I'm in Home Depot. Where the hoes at? Gardening section. Thank you. We will never rewrite the Constitution of the United States. If there wasn't a rewrite, you wouldn't be a senator, and I'd be enslaved. Yeah, I love people that say, you can't rewrite the Constitution. The f*** you think an amendment is? The God that you serve is too wise to make a mistake and too loving to be unkind. Our source of light gives us cancer, dude. And I love that. The God you serve is too wise to make a mistake. But, me as a bisexual person, well, I am definitely a mistake. Oh, for sure. And all of my friends in the LGBTQ community are definitely mistakes, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, no, God can't make a mistake. That's right! Any questions? Why is it called the blowjob when they suck? Obviously, you never had a good one. Ask your mom. Thanks, Dr. Sex. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot blames election loss on racism and gender. I'm a black woman in America. How did she get elected then in the first place? Because I know she didn't just become a black woman last year. Yeah, that does seem a little odd. You were the mayor, right? Take your children to church, not drag bars. Your husband exposed his tattooed penis to a bunch of teenage girls at a bowling alley snack bar, Clanny Oakley. All they did was go to a bowling alley and they got a peep show from a pervert. We can't even send kids to bowling alleys with your hubs around, so cut. That's a lot of effort to announce that the bride and groom are siblings. Oh, it's too easy. That one's too easy, okay? In his latest video, Mr. Beast gave 20,000 kids in South Africa their first pair of shoes. He could have done a bit more. Shoes aren't worth much. What? Should he have given them signed Air Jordan 1s? Why is baked pronounced baked, but naked isn't pronounced naked? Because as someone said, English is not a language, it's 3 languages wearing a trench coat pretending to be one. Pretty bold of you to say that since you got named after the sound a plunger makes. Okay, jeez, dude. Oh my god, look what socialism's done to my beautiful country! It's preserved our ancient history, given us healthcare, and our money's worth more than the US dollar. It's so horrible! Really? Why are thousands of people from your country hopping the border to come into the US? Italy? Are you okay? We've read this one before, but I'm never gonna skip this one. Sun and moon, same size. Oh no. And his light is 7-fold brighter than that of the moon, but as regards size, they are both equal. Enoch. Hey, check it out, my burger's the same size as the car. No. Wellesley residents are not impressed with the noisy sport of pickleball. I can't sit on my porch and read anymore. It's totally stressful. My quality of life has been ruined. It's loud and it's repetitive. I love that the photo accompanying this article about Wellesley residents traumatized by pickleball prominently features snowflakes. Your son, my son. Oh god, yeah, this is an oldie as well. When I made these stickers almost 4 years ago, I had no idea they'd have this kind of reach. Amazing. Oh my god, Margaret Thatcher. I'll tell you the make and model of my car and address it's parked at. Try and put one of these stickers on it. Sorry, but I work 7 days a week, so the best I can do is mail you one so you can make yourself the victim. They literally did that. Here, I'm gonna tell you where my car's at. Come and oppress me. Come and oppress me so hard. Do it. Do it. I want to be a good little victim. I'm your good little victim, aren't I? Campbell's doesn't f*** around. Your new commercial with the 2 dads makes me sick. Hi, Kim. If you're feeling sick, we suggest enjoying a delicious can of Campbell's chicken noodle soup. Make sure to enjoy it hot so that it can help warm up your cold, dead heart. Oh, man. More companies should be allowed to respond in kind with people, all right? I've always said that I want workers, customer service agents, anybody. I want them to be able to tell someone to go f*** themselves legitimately and literally when someone decides to be that much of a You got a Karen coming in screaming, yelling, being racist or sexist or whatever the hell that they tend to do. Why not let workers tell them to get the f*** out and never come back? Seriously. Let's let them do it. It'll be so good. Amusing to watch Dems get upset over Trump's $54 billion defense hike when they had no problem with the Sanders $75 billion per year free college plan. Amusing to watch my wife get upset over my $54 samurai sword when she had no problem spending $75 on groceries. Oh no, Neil's right though. Seriously? I know this was a while ago. A lot of these do tend to, age, obviously. Duh. But it's very, very, very funny. $75 billion per year seems like a drop in the bucket in comparison to other things that we seem to spend our taxes on. Me, though, I'm more in support of giving everybody health care. I spent $10,000 on taxes this year. I say spent like it was a choice, but no, I paid $10,000 in taxes this year, me personally, okay? I would absolutely adore some of that money, or hell, I don't give a good chunk of that money going towards making sure people don't have to be scared of calling an ambulance. Don't have to be scared of, hey, I'm a little bit concerned about how I'm feeling, so I can go talk to my doctor. Or, hey, I was in a car accident and I need to go to the emergency room. I would love for all the money I spend and have to spend so that we can have this infrastructure. I would absolutely adore it if people could feel safe, children could eat without having a children's lunch debt at their schools, which I had, by the way. Yeah, I would absolutely love that. I could run that timer up all day talking about how much I would love my money to be able to help take care of other people. But no, that's apparently a weird, creepy, gross thing to want to do. I should want it all for myself and only to go to doing, let's say less than favorable things. Hey, Jacksonville, we can't wait to open our doors to you and your family. The American flag is supposed to be flown higher than other countries. Hi, our flags are flown according to the United States Code. When flags of two or more nations are displayed, they are to be flown from separate staffs of the same height. The flag should be approximately equal size. International usage forbids the display of the flag of one nation above that of the nation in time of peace. Title 4, United States Code, Chapter 1, Section 7, Position and Manner of Display. I bet you money the reply was, I'm not going to read all that. Or, that's not correct. I believe it should be yada yada yada. When she stops bouncing on your dick and starts doing that grinding thing that only feels good to her, then the alarm goes off and you wake up alone. Oh, man. After DeSantis' tussle, Disney World will host a major summit on gay rights. Here at Disney, we believe that gay money and trans money is still money. That is true. These companies do like to put on a nice, brave face for, hey, we support you. Meanwhile, they are trying to get money for you. That's why I don't like going to Target during Pride Month and buying a rainbow shirt or something like that. That's not really going to help anybody. But you know what? These companies are made up of hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of lower-level workers that do actually support us in one way or another by being a part of our communities or supporting our communities directly through volunteering or financial support. So while the executives at these companies know that they can make more money by pandering to us gays, bis, transgenders, and whatever, all of the workers, or most of the workers, I can safely say, are good people who do support us. So I'm not really going to be all that about Disney supporting gay people, knowing how many gay friends of mine work at Disney. What is an actual sub for serious flat earthers? Oh yeah, r/mental illness. Never forget. No one, the British Museum. The only thing the British Museum can't take is a joke. Graham slams soft on crime brag for targeting Trump while New Yorkers lucky not to get mugged. Murders per 100,000 residents. New York City, 4.8. South Carolina, 10.9. Crazy, right? I'll take conservative freedom, loving Hollywood any day. James Woods, John Voight, blah, 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 blah. Hey, yo, it's the squad that always talks about going woke and going broke, and I wonder where all of these actors are in big, important, well-made projects. Better buy a VHS player then. Oh, God. You've stated that you believe there could be an infinite number of parallel universes. Does that mean there's a universe out there where I am smarter than you? Yes. And also a universe where you're funny. I freaking love John Oliver so much. One day we'll realize that Lil Nas X is not gay. He just finessed the LGBT community and got the bag. Do I have to give head at 3:45 a.m. behind a McDonald's in Chicago on a Friday night during the middle of Pride Month while streaming on Twitch and Instagram Live for y'all to realize that I'm really a fruitcake? Oh, I love that his name is on Twitter right now. If God made you a male, that's not a mistake. If God made you a female, that's not a mistake. Saying any different is insulting a perfect creator. Read your word. Oh, he's perfect, but he made me, so I think the whole thing just fell apart in your face. God made you a brunette, yet you're now a blonde. God gave you bad vision, yet you fixed it with glasses. God gave you crooked teeth, yet you straightened them with braces. Trans people changed the outside to match the inside just like you. Sit down. Jesus said to. If they can come for Trump, they'll come for you. This type of stuff only occurs in third world authoritarian nations. If you have sex with a porn star and then pay that porn star to keep quiet about it so you can win an election and then reimburse yourself for the payment and then lie about the whole thing while simultaneously throwing your own attorney under the bus and letting him go to jail for it while you sit in the White House, then yes, they will probably come for you too. This is your daily reminder that America is a constitutional republic, not a democracy. Whenever your kids tell you they hate school, show them this tweet. I saw my reflection today and barely recognized myself. A long beard, a full head of hair, and the stresses of battle shone on my face. But then I looked into my eyes and recognized myself completely. They cannot break me. LOL, the words head full of hair are really doing a lot of heavy lifting here. He was bald by choice, we swear to God. No, really, top G. Tell me a lie. The moon is made of green cheese. Tell me a lie that's more subtle. Everyone likes you all the time. Okay, I already hate and despise AI, but that was just mean. Turns out Germans don't really understand how bagels work. Yeah, and whose fault is that? Okay, wow. The only open-minded presidents we've ever had. Well, that's one way to say it. Oh, no. Oh, God. Folks be on $1,000 trips wearing $10 clothes. Yeah, and you be at home. You're like, what kind of an own is that supposed to be, by the way? They're clothes, aren't they? They look good on me, and it only costs $10? How am I the loser here? Seriously, where can a Christian get their nails done without having to be surrounded by other statues and Buddha? I'm done paying women who have nothing in common with me spiritually big bucks to do my nails. I want a person who knows the Lord to do mine. Seems logical. I think Jesus got his nails done by some Roman guys. Hope that helps. Oh, dude, I don't think anybody could have come up with a better response. That just, mwah, beautiful. Commas are important, people. Commas aren't people. Think about it. If the Earth is flat, do the moon and all other planets are flat? No, there doesn't. Let me get this straight. Aren't them wasn't? Stop. Not even gonna bother watching these pointless videos. The things people will do for attention. Yeah, some people are online, just constantly seeking attention. This one dude I met online even comments on videos he didn't even watch. Yo, I don't understand the point. How does that entertain you? 10 years ago, she rejected me. Now, I'm the CEO of Google and her husband is my employee. And she still isn't with you. So once a loser, always a loser. Man, if that guy even for a second actually made this meme, he would be the biggest dork-ass loser in the world. Just saying. But no, some weird little toe-licking fanboy made this on his behalf. Hey everyone, I got a blue Nintendo logo backpack. The cringe is real strong in this one. Are you one of those people that are so socially inept that you have to comment cringe on everything? The dude's only expressing his happiness that he got a blue backpack. Yeah, the cringe culture thing really boiled over to such a point where everyone considered everything to be cringe. Everything was awkward and weird. Any amount of enthusiasm for anything was met with even your closest friends going, cringe. I'm really glad that we're past that point and can go back to using the word for its intended purpose, but holy God, it was so bad for a while. How come cashiers at 24/7 McDonald's can de-escalate situations better than cops? Because we get fired if we don't. Yeah, the cashiers don't get to just shoot you or beat the crap out of it. Well, I guess they could if they wanted to. You know, it's kind of like Waffle House employees, you know? I'm pretty sure if you're working the night shift at a 24/7 McDonald's, you can just beat the crap out of a customer if they're rude enough, right? Are you guys allowed to do that? If you're physically bullied, The best thing to say is, no, don't do that. You'll give me an action. Oh, please don't beat me up, I'll come. I had a friend who didn't take my advice about only wifing virgins, had a baby with this broad with 15 plus body count. The baby came out looking like a composition of the past 15 guys she screwed. Doctors said it had something to do with the sperm residue sticking to the vaginal walls. And I'm betting that OP has 0 sperm residue in any women. God. How actually stupid do you have to be to post something like that? Not even as a joke. Seriously, not even as a joke. Who says something like that? And furthermore, who would actually believe something like that? Why are you posting at this unholy hour of night? Hi, I've been told the world continues past the American West Coasts. Something about Earth being round and places named Europe or Asia. Inverted night/day with people actually living here. I'm pretty sure our marketing made up Europe entirely just to take naps on the job, if you ask me. I am so actually sick and tired of people not remembering that time zones exist, and actively trying to forget that they do because they feel the one that they live in is the only one that matters. I'm so tired of that. Like, if I post a tweet saying, oh, it's 10:41 a.m. and I'm already having a bad day or something stupid like that, I'll get at least 8 replies going, it's not 10:41. Yes, it is, though. Our landlord at our San Francisco headquarters says we're legally required to keep the sign as Twitter and cannot remove the W. So we painted it background color. Problem solved. You sure know how to make W's disappear, huh? That's what he does best, dude. Elon is the best at making W's disappear. You are correct. Also, he has never been funny, by the way. He is genuinely not funny. Oh no. Maybe if we underpaid these modern mumble rappers and overpaid teachers, there'd be smarter people in the future and less crappy music. If you'd granted Anakin the rank of Jedi Master, he wouldn't... God. Okay, bye. Anyone know how to remove this thing? Hey. Well, that's one way, but there's gotta be an alternate way, right? Why did I just watch people cut soap for 45 minutes? Why'd you film a dead body for 5 minutes? Unnatural hair colors in women are a warning signal to stay away. It's an example of aposematism. I think I've tried to read this word before. I still can't get it right. The phenomenon of poisonous animals in nature advertising their toxicity and lethality. It's there to warn off predators, not sexual partners. If you're repelled by it, it's working. I'm so tired of I'm so tired of a lot of things, but I have to say, these stupid Alpha Giga Chad Sigma douche nozzles are my least favorite people in the world. The level of pseudoscience they will spit out is just amazing. And it's all in an attempt to demonize women. That's all they're trying to do. If anybody ever posts anything like this at all, they hate women and want them to go back to having no rights. That's what they're hoping for. God bless this president. What? The imaginary president of your homoerotic fantasies? Yeah, Nick Adams, alpha male, absolutely wants this drawing to be real, so that he can get down on his knees and gargle some balls. Not that there's anything wrong with doing that, by the way. Nick Adams just hasn't come to terms yet. Just pronounce it as it's written. Italian and Spanish. English and French? No. English is literally written the way it's pronounced, besides a few words. English is literally written it's pronounced besides a few words. Yeah, English sucks. I mean, obviously I have to like it because I can't speak any other languages, and I also really don't have the ability to learn any others, okay? I tried Spanish, I tried Japanese, I tried Russian, I tried Finnish. God, they're all so difficult. Also, that was not done on purpose. My brain actually just hit a curb, so to speak, at that point. Never seen Star Wars. None of them. Never will. OMG, you're missing out. Maybe. You're missing out on being a multi-millionaire. Keep your movie. He saw the opening text crawl and got scared that he might have to read. He definitely got scared of something. Words? Yeah, he's pretty afraid of words. Even though he says some of the dumbest ones I've ever read. Getting ready to perfect a bill that will ban transgender surgeries and blockers for children under 18. You look like you commute to work on a hot air balloon. That or a unicycle. Without a seat. Doctors are some of the dumbest and most dangerous individuals in modern society. I stopped trusting doctors a long time ago and only rely on real experts, like folks on this app. I'm trying to go through the mental gymnastics, like this person, in order to come to the conclusion that doctors are some of the dumbest and most dangerous individuals in modern society. Doctors have their problems. They brush a lot of things under the rug on you and chalk it up to you being wrong and you shouldn't be worried about anything ever. But, I don't know, I would still much rather have them around than have them be gone. Because I don't trust Uncle Touchy and his naked puzzle basement, Twitter, to diagnose me and help me and get me drugs if I need them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? I'd really like to hear the reasoning behind women who won't take their husband's last name. Because my last name is Best. Think about it. How can you eat these precious creatures? Is this rhetorical, or are you looking for recipes? I wouldn't mind some recipes. There's a cure for cancer. His name is Jesus. There's a cure for AIDS. His name is Jesus. There is a cure for lupus. His name is Jesus. There is a cure for diabetes. His name is Jesus. Now, when is he going to publish his research? Come on! It's kind of past the prime, can you please? What would you do if your significant other came out as trans? Respect their decision? Well, okay, when it comes to significant others, I don't think Steven Crowder should be asking anybody any questions at all. Steven, take that stupid flappy loudmouth of yours and sew it shut, please. Maybe then you won't verbally abuse your f***ing wife. Oh, sorry, ex-wife. Why do women train for ripped abs? It's because they want to look like men. That's why I do it. I'd like to look like a man someday. Truthfully, it's gross. Lips, tits, and hips. Men are simple. We want the classic beauty of a feminine hourglass shape. At no time in history did men ever want women with ripped abs. Richard, I called somebody else this earlier in the video, but you are a dork-ass loser. Hi, historian here. I'm comfortable saying that at no time in history, women have ever wanted you. Thank you. We appreciate you, James. So I was dating this guy, kinda rich, and he asked me out of the blue, would you date a struggling guy? And I said no, due to some personal reasons. And he said, you know, to me, you are the struggling guy. I haven't healed yet. I mean, damn though. My company will weather this economic recession for one main reason. 50% of our employees are located in the Philippines and earn $10,000 a year on average, $5 an hour. No employment taxes, no workers' compensation. Also loyal, hardworking, kind team members. My brother in Christ, you run a sweatshop. He knows. He knows that. He doesn't care. As a matter of fact, he thinks it's a point of pride. I mean, look, he tweeted this. He's proud of it. He's real proud of it, okay? These people don't care. Can you guys please recommend books that made you cry? Ah, yes. Engineering Mechanics. Statics. 14th edition by Russell C. Hibbler. I don't think that's the type of crying we're referring to here. My granddad is 75 next year. He didn't fight 2 world wars for this silliness. The First World War was more than 100 years ago. How'd your granddad fight that? He didn't, as I just said. I think I broke the scammer's grasp of the English language. Hello, excuse me. Is this Etta's phone number? An old friend of mine gave me this number, but not sure. Etta. Oh my god, so sorry, I just found out that I entered the wrong number. I apologize if I offended you. Etta dick. Rude dog. Countersunk nut patchwork sewing machine. Damn, I was taking it a little far, don't you think, Mr. Scammer? Giving birth isn't as painful as being kicked on the nuts. Have you had a baby? No, but over the years, women say, let's have another one. I've never heard a man say, come on, hit me in the nuts again. This is beyond science. Okay, wait. I know that Steve-O has never asked to be hit in the nuts. I'm probably completely wrong on that. He probably has. But wasn't that something those guys just did all the time? Take it in the nuts for fun? I would like to buy your iPhone 8 Plus 64GB unlocked for $385. All right, $385 sounds good. $350, gotta pay my kids' braces. No, sorry. So you hate kids. No, I need $385 for my kids' braces. You missed an opportunity there. What I would have said was, yes, I do. It's $385. How about showing us a time-lapsed video from leaving Earth's surface to landing on Mars? Can't do it, can you? Nobody has to send you anything because you don't really exist. You're not a real person. Unless you send me a time-lapse video from your birth to the moment you wrote that comment, Can't do it, can you? I rest my case. You don't exist. Homosexuality is an abomination to God Almighty. Never misses a gay event. That's true. That's true. Name something that feels British, but isn't. British Museum. Oh, that's a real good response. I was gonna say pissy shitties. If you could choose 1 year without gaming or 1 year without sex, do I look like I have sex? I don't know, you look like a normal person to me. Fella's out here acting like he's Grognar the Florganator. Like, dude, you're fine. I wouldn't worry about it. Believing in the Bible makes you as a Christian, but reading and understanding the Bible from first to last page makes you an atheist. Strongly disagree. I do not permit a woman to teach or have authority over a man. She must be silent. Please be silent. But, the Bible doesn't say that. I'm sure that was the response, right? My husband is take me tomorrow for soaping. What should I buy? Dictionary. I don't think that'll help. Maybe proper English lessons. What do you think? Go woke, go broke. If that's the case, you must have gone woke when you had your last job in 1994. Oh, no. That was his last real job. He's had plenty of work since then on some of the worst f***ing movies and TV shows ever made. At least I'm pretty sure the movies. What was it? God's Not Dead was a big one for Mr. Sorbo. You know? The most on-the-nose movie I think I've ever had the displeasure of watching. I'm sorry. Mr. Sorbo definitely went broke. But funnily enough, it's not because he ever went woke, bro. He was just never very good. And that's coming from me, a failed actor, who has not made it anywhere. Show me a Shakespeare play that had lewdness or sexual behavior. I'll wait. You should spend this month's $8 on a fucking book. Yeah, wait, does it actually say paid? Or is that like an extension you can get that somehow shows you? Because I've never seen that before. Either way, really, a Shakespeare play with lewdness or sexual behavior? Okay. If Trump is arrested, I will eat diarrhea with a spoon. The left has been spreading this around. It's supposed to be my tweet from 2019. Notice the blue check mark. You know, the one I only got 6 months ago. Busted! Once an account gains a Twitter checkmark through traditional verification or by subscribing to Twitter Blue, all previous tweets by that account show the checkmark. A cursory search of any 2019 tweet from the account above or earlier will show the current check. I genuinely can't believe the guy that runs an account called Cat Turd is stupid as hell. Can you? Are you surprised? 'Cause color me wowed. They took this away from us and gave us dating apps instead. I will bring back galas. They still exist. You're just not invited to them. Like how you wouldn't have been invited back then. Yeah, galas still very much exist. The aesthetic is different, for sure, but they still exist. Are you kidding me? Stop asking us for free shit. Send me free stuff. Sure, address? Send a piece of crap in a box to someone. Okay, that's... D-Brand, you guys are insane, and that's why you're awesome. Is it fair for me to not want my boyfriend to go to strip clubs even though I'm a dancer? Tell him we have strippers at home. Yeah, but you still gotta pay that one. When asked what I bring to the table besides sex, just bring the sex, girl. Just bring that. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. I see noodles, or pasta, not noodles, or you know what? Who gives a crap? But I don't know what that is. What is that? I'm genuinely lost. North Carolina lawmakers introduce bill to ban participation trophies for kids. Better take down those Confederate flags and monuments then. Please do. Also, I do think it's great that the generation that invented participation trophies, because no, their kids are special, is the generation that complains about them all the time like it wasn't their fault. You did this. Today I committed sin, and God immediately punished me by making my car not work, as he should. I immediately started praying to him and my car worked again. What do atheists have to say about this? I presume you never have to buy gas, because a simple, fill me up prayer tops off the tank? Is this appropriate for a teacher? What is she supposed to do, leave her ass at home? I'm so sick and tired of this. Oh, the teacher's got a big ass. All teachers do, all right? Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you? Is an IQ of 273 good enough? No, it is terrible. IQ of 190 means 1 out of the golden billion, the smartest person of the Western world. An IQ of 200 means the smartest person ever lived, and more. So claiming an IQ of 273 means you do not understand basic stuff like probability distribution, standard deviation, etc., which is quite bad. If you're interested in any career that involves math or statistics, which is pretty much all sciences, medical research, technology, finance, and a lot of other fields. 273, my ass, dude. If you had an IQ of 273, you wouldn't be asking dumbass questions on the internet. You would probably be a billionaire by now. Not because being smart immediately equates to cash, but because if you're that smart, you can write blank checks for just about any organization that needs really smart people. Oh, I've got 57 PhDs because I can get them. Getting called an NPC. Hello. I get called an NPC by everyone literally every day, but I don't know why. Or sorry, I have to ask this properly. I get called an NPC by everyone literally every day, but I don't know why? When I ask them why, they say nothing good. I suspect it's probably because of my movements or something, or my constant tiredness, but what do you guys think? It's very annoying. Thanks in advance. Give them a quest to go f*** themselves. Oh my god, yep, here it is. Here it is. The thermometer on the wall shows that your sauna is about 50 degrees. You're sitting in a cold sauna on the bottom bench reserved for children. I did get the pleasure of... I didn't get into a traditional Finnish sauna for sure, but I did get to use one while I was over there, and I thought I was going to die. I've used saunas over here in the US, but it's not the damn same, dude. The perfect steak. This isn't even well done. This is congratulations. Some guy in my lecture just offered me his jacket because I was shivering. I would have taken the jacket if he was cute. Maybe the cute ones would have offered if they thought you were also cute. Disabled parking should only be valid during business hours, 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. I cannot see any reason why people with genuine disabilities would be out beyond these times. We're disabled, Daniel, not werewolves. Yeah, I love that. What a great mindset. You know, past 5 p.m., if you're disabled, off. Go home. You shouldn't be out. Why in the world is there a tomato on the train? Because it's the subway. Fat girls who wear crop tops be looking like Winnie the Pooh. I would lose weight and look good in a crop top if I walked the distance between your eyebrows. Yeah, if we're gonna body shame, we're gonna body shame, bitch. What do you trust more than the Bible? The ads on Pornhub telling me girls within 3 miles of my location want to hook up. When the girl you invited over is so bored by Netflix's crappy film selection, she leaves. Maybe because you were actually trying to watch a movie, Brian. Women shouldn't say bad words. Retweet if you agree. Hello, Nick. I'm a reporter with KLWG in Boise. I'm doing a story on men that have never pleasured a woman sexually. May I use your tweets? Don't ask permission, just use them. It's on a public forum. They're free now. In South Dakota, we're having babies. We're the #1 state in the country for highest fertility rate because our people have hope and want to raise a family here. What she's forgotten to mention is that we're the second worst in infant mortality and in the top 10 for teen pregnancy. We also have no pre-K education and turn down money to feed kids in need. We may birth them, but we sure don't take care of them. So, a weird and sad flex. Yeah, that is weird and sad. You know what? This has nothing to do with the issues they're talking about at hand. This is completely out of nowhere, but I was just thinking this. If they merged into one state, they'd have a much cooler name, okay? If we didn't have North Dakota, South Dakota, and we just had the state of Dakota, that would sound so much cooler, right? Right? Does that not sound a little... I don't know. I thought it would sound cooler. The millions of dollars wasted on researching the lie of evolution could be used to benefit the human population in so many ways. Sad. Oh god, Ken Ham. I haven't seen that dude since I was in high school. Coming from the guy who spent $102 million on a theme park of a made-up boat. Wait, is the Ark experience still like a thing, or did that one go out of business? The Ark Encounter closed. Is it like closed forever? Did that one go bankrupt? I haven't seen or heard of Ken Ham since he did that quote-unquote debate with Bill Nye. Every college socialist should be encouraged to live under a Marxist regime for 6 months. Every capitalist should try living under $7.25 an hour minimum wage in the USA for 6 months. Yeah, Charlie, come on, let's take away all your savings and everything you've made up to this point, and we'll give you $7.25 an hour. Now that's 40 hours a week. You do get overtime, mind you, so hide your pets from Kamala. This clown literally ran over his own pet. Yeah, cat turd, wow. Can you imagine attempting to take yourself seriously or attempting to get anyone else to take you seriously for that matter when your handle online is cat turd, all right? I've had a few stupid and lame online handles, you know, with my last channel being called Zycron. What the hell does that even mean? But at least I wasn't cat turd. All right, this dude has to ask for sponsorships with that damn name. The only marriages God will ever recognize is between a man and a woman. Apparently you didn't recognize its value considering you cheated on your wife. Ooh, Pastor John Hagigi. Ooh, I think you're dead now, dude. Also, come on, dude. Either God has infinite mercy and love for everyone, or God doesn't. Which one is it? George Clooney claps back at Donald Trump over claim he's a fake movie actor who should get out of politics and go back to TV. I will if he does. Oh, man. I do think it's funny. You know, that's the best way to get Don to just shit his pants and get super, super mad, is if you make fun of his career in entertainment that he had. What was the name of that show? I seriously can't remember the name of that show he had on the air for quite some time. The Apprentice? Is that what it was? Weird. Was that his only one? Did he have like some failed ones, like maybe some of his companies or something? When the Daily Wire called Patton Oswalt a supposed comedian, Oswalt responded with, "Guys, if you're gonna write an article about me being a failed comedian, maybe don't use a picture of me holding up the Emmy I won for doing comedy." Yeah, I've never understood the Patton Oswalt hate. I don't know. He seems like a pretty fun damn guy. All right, did he do something evil? Does he eat children on the side for fun? Have I not looked into this enough? See something capitalist happening capitalistically in a capitalist country. This is communism. The Hunger Games is actually a story about defeating communism. The director of Squid Game says it's about capitalism, but it's really more like communism. I love that. The director of this says it's about this, but we know better than that dude, right? We know better than that. We're smarter and know more about the project than the person who directed the project. Why do you never see an American flag on a house with a Biden sign in the front yard? Why do we see Confederate flags on houses with a Trump sign in the front yard? Kamala Harris has already started the debate by incorporating slang into her speech. I want young families to be able to buy a crib. Wow. Crazy Aiden Ross fans don't know what a crib is, considering they were all sleeping in cribs just a couple of years ago. Was that a real tweet? I don't care if it was a joke. That was the dumbest shit I've ever heard, man. Really? Crib? You forgot what a crib literally is? Child left behind. What a great image. Why does Democrat have the word demon in it? Oh yes, readers added context. It does not, actually. Democrat. Where's the word demon? Ma'am, when we want your opinion, we'll ask your husband or father for it. You say that, yet I know the difference between a question and an opinion, chud. What's a woman? Oh, there's that. Someone who covers their drink when you walk by. Oh man, it's true to a sad extent. This is Dubai. 0% income tax. 4th safest city in the world. 1-year remote working visa. Missing the most important tip, be okay with 70% of the population being servants and de facto slaves. Not a place I ever see myself visiting. The Dems want to take your kids. Dude, your kid doesn't even talk to you. I wonder why. What a crazy mystery. Did Kamala get the questions beforehand? She must have. How could she have known she would be asked about abortion, current events, guns, and immigration at a presidential debate? Kevin, you have got to go back to being a failed actor, okay? You have got to get back there, all right? Go back to your D movies, please. This is getting ridiculous. Disappointed, Kevin. Disappointed. Well, man, I never get tired of making fun of Kevin Sorbo. Let me tell you, man. I'm gonna ask you some questions. For every one you get right, Ulta Beauty will donate $1,000 to breast cancer research. Can't you just donate it no matter what? Was that really the parameters of that game? And okay, I would have to imagine, like I know Ellen had to leave because everyone figured out she was a dick, but I feel like even she couldn't be that mean, right? We're gonna dangle breast cancer research donations in front of the audience and then not pay up if you don't get a question right? That would be weird. That would be weird. Fine, Taylor. You win. I will give you a child and guard your cats with my life. Sir, you have reached unseen levels of divorced. No one has ever been more divorced than you in this moment. He has said a lot of stupid, creepy, weird stuff in his time, but wow. That one was very, very far and away the most cringeworthy goddamn thing I think I've ever seen him say. And a couple weeks later, he sort of tweeted something that might make the FBI a little bit interested in him, almost a threat. But this one, holy crap. I can't imagine having a practically infinite stage, a soapbox so big you can talk to the world. And that's what you say? Oh, man. Okay. Propaganda isn't just about creating fake news. It's also about hiding real news. Elon accidentally explaining the X algorithms? The hell's X? Why are so many people raging for the machine? It's funny, because Elon was the kid on the cover of Evil Empire. Rage Against the Machine, Evil Empire. Wait, what? What? Hang on. Sorry, that made me do a little bit of Googling there for a second. Yeah, I love that. Why are so many people for raging? Why are they raging for the machine? Analysis. There are 7 million unemployed and 6.2 million job openings. What's the problem? Requirements. Master's degree, 5+ years of experience, 3 certifications, $10.75 an hour, with no benefits. I mean, yeah. Oh, and rent is, basically the equivalent of $26 an hour if you want to pay that, and you want to live, in any dignified way off the streets, for sure. But there are 6.2 million job openings. They're not really jobs. Sorry, $10.75 an hour ain't a goddamn job anymore. It's really not. We gotta stop calling them that, man. There is a cutoff. There is a cut-off point. Okay, when I first moved to Colorado, I made $8 an hour. I worked 50 hours a week. If I had been living on my own, I would not have been able to afford rent. Literally one single month. I am so glad I was able to move in with people when I first came here. ABC is a disgrace. My phone is lighting up with non-stop messages about how extremely biased ABC is during this debate. Kamala Harris is VP right now. People can't afford anything right now. The border is out of control right now. But ABC is in attack mode against Trump. They're not biased. They're fact-checking him, Marjorie. Something you know nothing about. There's not a whole lot going on up in that head. How long until someone runs on the platform of food stamps for all? If healthcare is a right, is food as well? Yes. Current world food production makes enough to feed 10 billion people, about 2.5 billion more than currently alive. Starvation exists because it's not profitable to solve. I love that. Is food a right as well? Yeah, food is a right. Being able to eat is a right. Being able to drink water is a right. Being able to live is a right. We should be supporting that. We should be supporting each other in that. Holy crap, what kind of question? Huh? Progressive males are not men. They move and gesticulate like women. The hand-over-the-mouth gesture is one example. Physically repulsive. Conservatives get offended by the weirdest shit. Imagine masculinity so fragile that you can't even touch your own face. Dude, they've come full circle. They think that being straight is gay now, all right? I have engaged legal counsel. We are preparing to take action. More to come. I am a free speech absolutist. Here's a clip from your podcast. I'm gonna sue you! I don't know what this is about, but it's always funny seeing that dude. If she wants to win, Harris needs to train her face not to respond. It feeds into a female stereotype and, more importantly, risks offending undecided voters. Can I just point out, she needs to train her face. Yeah, he wouldn't point this out about a guy. I've got that sneaky suspicion. Homosexuality is an abomination to God Almighty. Never misses a gay event. Come on, dude. We must bring back the gentlemen-only clubs of the 1960s, where men can sit together and set the world to rights? These things still exist. In London, there are over 50 gentlemen's clubs. That's over that number across the United States. But return to the past trad accounts don't know about them because they're not part of the socioeconomic class that is allowed into these clubs. I really like my new shirt. No vaccine needed. I have an immune system. Why are you wearing glasses when you have eyes? Customer just handed me a folded up 50 as a tip. I hate this place and I hate everyone and I hate myself. Save them and put them in the church's collection plate. God will provide after all. He stole it. And how did he steal it, sweetie? How did a 14-year-old steal a firearm? Was it maybe because it was improperly stored? Did it have a trigger lock? Was the ammunition kept separate? How did he steal it from a responsible gun owner? But y'all hate these questions, huh? All right, let's see here. Imagine being excited to send your girl off to be a at a festival? Again, I feel like guys who have no interest in clothes don't understand that women commonly dress up for other women. If you see a woman dressing in a very revealing way, they're probably doing it for their female friends. Sure, whatever you say, gay cuck. Put it another way. Do you put together 30-minute YouTube videos that get less than 100 views because you think it's attractive to women? Or do you do it for yourself and your fellow incel peers? All right, let's see here. Oh, those thumbnails. I'm bad at thumbnails over on my channel, which is just my first and last name. But, whoo! Oh, man. A mage with no magicka and a knight with no lord. I slay women and lay with beasts. Wonder how many views these have now, though. I'm genuinely curious. Yeah, this dude definitely lives in some kind of a bubble if he assumes that women only exist for men, and that includes how they dress. They're not here for us. That's not how that works. Women were not spawned into being specifically for us or our eyes or anything like that, you freaking loser. Remember that period in American history when people were crushed by the government and marched off to camps? Neither do I. That's because we have the Second Amendment. Oh, yeah, sure. Japanese concentration camps, the Trail of Tears, slavery and slave catchers, private prisons. You literally forgot all of American history. What you meant to say is you don't remember when white people were put in camps. So check your racism. I'm looking for parents anywhere in Ohio who have kids in public schools to be eyes and ears on the ground. Your identity will remain anonymous and protected. Please DM me if you fit this criteria. Hello, I'm an unhinged stranger who's neither a parent nor an educator, and I'd like to groom your children to be my culture war soldiers. If you vote illegally, you're going to jail. If you vote legally, he's going to jail. I have a buddy in France, and they just had an election there. Polls closed a few hours ago, and they already know who the winners are. Must be nice to live in a first world country. So you're in favor of ditching the Electoral College and going with a similar system in which winners are determined by popular vote alone? Yeah? I feel like I've had quite a few people explain the Electoral College to me over the years. I mean, I know you learn about it in school and everything, but just makes less and less sense to me every year. All votes are to be counted on November 5th from, well, here to here. I just hate reading that out. From 0000, anyway, you know what I mean. Anything after is illegitimate. Who's with me? Which time zone, dumbass? What about the military? Americans living overseas? And finally, that time frame is under 1 second. It should be or whatever to 23:59. Your math sucks just as much as your acting. A key that can open any lock is a good key. A lock that is opened by any key is a bad lock. There's a difference. A toaster can toast bread. Toast that has been in a lot of toasters is burnt and undesirable. Go check your use of metaphors. If they are applied to humans, they are very, very shitty. Guy in the middle is the youngest. Wild. The guy in the middle can still hug his kids, though. Also, the guy in the middle's a normal dude. What's the net worth of the guys on either side of him? Because having almost no regular people stress and tens to hundreds of millions of dollars, you would be surprised by what just having that in the bank account will do for you. Seriously, I'm not kidding. You'd be surprised, dude. My buddy just went to Home Depot to get a guy for unskilled day labor, and the guy wanted $32 an hour. If it's unskilled labor, why didn't your buddy just do it himself? I think this guy did say, like right afterwards, he just did it himself. All right, I feel like the whole scenario was bullshit. I feel like he went to Home Depot to get the stuff he was going to use to do the job anyway, and you probably injected this in there to try and prove some kind of point. Unskilled labor doesn't exist. Lake Superior hasn't wrecked anyone like this since Edmund Fitzgerald. Who the hell are you? This lake is... I never knew how to say this word. Vehemently stands with women having the right to choose. Water is wet and abortion kills a human being. Thomas, not even your first talking point is correct. Water is not wet. What water touches is wet. I'm confident I have a lot more experience in making things wet than you do. I wonder how atheists moan during sex. They'd be like, oh, evolution. Atheists are the only one allowed to yell, "Oh God," during sex, because religious people shouldn't use the Lord's name in vain. Ooh, hey, well there you go. I never thought about it that way before. If the shots were given away for free because they're life-saving, why isn't insulin free? Chemotherapy? EpiPens? Agreed! Socialized medicine for everyone! I need to know. I genuinely need to know. What is wrong with letting people live for free? Well, what is it? Because I know the big question that always comes up is, who's going to pay for it? I will. I'll help pay for it. Why is insulin expensive? Why is chemotherapy expensive? Why are EpiPens expensive? And I know that, like, it's predominantly, like, expensive over here in the US, but I don't understand. And no, I was not implying that, yeah, I have $18 trillion. I'll pay for everyone all the time forever. No, like, don't worry about that. It's that we're supposed to be taking care of each other. That's what taxes were kind of supposed to be for, you know? We all contribute a bit of ourselves to help, not just others, but it also helps us too. I mean, that's the whole idea here. So I don't understand why people are always like, should we make chemotherapy free? Should your grandmother having to deal with chemotherapy not have to pay for it? Yeah! Are you kidding me? What is this, dude? Guess what? No one is gonna change the climate. It's nature. Get over it. Ever get really sick? Don't go to the doctor. Just die. It's the nature. Get over it. Your Netflix binge watching makes climate change worse, says experts. The emissions generated by watching 30 minutes of Netflix is the same as driving almost 4 miles. Cool to guilt trip ordinary people for every tiny thing that might spark joy, while oil execs dip their hands in big barrels of dinosaur juice to lube up every time they have a wank. Oh God, why'd you have to say that? I'm seeing it in my head. No, stop! Oh no. You named your child whatever the hell that is, and you want to call pronouns an aesthetic nightmare? I absolutely support trans, but all these pronouns are an aesthetic nightmare. I absolutely support trans. I don't know how old this tweet is, but doesn't your own daughter not want to talk to you because that's what you just said is bullshit? How do you know Trump committed adultery? Well, I lived in New York City in the early 90s and watched him show off his mistress to paparazzi every night because he wanted to humiliate the mother of his children. My blindly obedient friend. Who else thinks the downfall of America started with Barack Obama? Oh, I know this one. Racists. It's racists, isn't it? All right, let's see here. Breaking. I have gotten a hold of the full Kamala Harris CNN interview. The woman pictured here is Katie Upton, who went viral years ago for a comically bad answer about education in America. Upton is also a hardcore MAGA supporter and promotes anti-vaxxer conspiracies. J.D. Vance is mocking Kamala Harris by arguing she's so dumb, she's a MAGA woman. Millennials are treating pets like their firstborn child, and it's reportedly causing problems for some of the best-known pet food brands. What? Younger people are treating their pets like living, breathing animals, and it's reportedly causing problems for some of the best-known pet food brands that have been selling garbage fillers that barely qualify as nutrition. There, I fixed your shitty headline. Kansas City Airport. Hell no! I will not fly into this airport. If I ever do, I'll piss in the parking lot before I go in a bathroom. Wait till she hears how the bathrooms on the plane work. Oh, damn it. One of the best reasons to question vaccines is because the government is mandating them. One of the best reasons to drive drunk is that the government is mandating you drive sober. You know, only slightly unrelated, but I went to go and get another COVID shot today, and I was told it was now hundreds of dollars. Why? I've had like 4, but now they're hundreds of dollars. But the flu shot's $20. God damn it. I just told a conservative that American workers should own their American workplaces instead of some economic elite. And they nodded and said, yeah, that makes sense. The number one cause of hating socialism is not knowing what it is. Democrats are going to destroy your Social Security. I have totally left it alone, as promised, and will save it. From Public Citizen, Trump's 2020 budget includes a 25... That's a bit of a... Woo, that's a lot of zeros there. And cuts to Social Security? Wait a minute! How come I didn't know debate moderator Lindsay Davis was Kamala's AKA sorority sister till today? Not right. There's no way ABC would let a Trump frat bro moderate last night's debate. They were both, AKA, I'm sure I know it means something else, many years apart at different schools. Florida abortion bill would require judge to rule if teens mature enough to terminate pregnancy. That woman is immature. Let's give her a kid. News. Man throws eggs at the newly unveiled statue of Margaret Thatcher. Has the criminal been arrested? No, she died a long time ago. Margaret Thatcher's f***ing dead! If Hitler invaded hell, I would make at least a favorable reference to the devil in the House of Commons. I would have worked with evil incarnate to defeat Hitler. Imagine worshipping this piece of shit. This should tell you that Hitler was worse than the devil. Not that Churchill worshipped Satan, but you can't comprehend what you read. You stupid MFers. Dude, chill out. Just got Trump to repeat your lie about the pets. Congrats on setting the news stories tomorrow by lying so Trump picks it up and... Wow, okay. Thank you, J.D. Vance, for spreading the false story about people eating dogs and cats. Awesome that Trump said the false story during the debate and got fact-checked with the truth. Really shows how weird you and Trump are. Please keep talking about your crazy conspiracy theories. Breaking. The owner of the New York Jets, Woody Johnson, has endorsed Donald Trump. Well, if there's one guy who knows about winning in leadership, it's the owner of the Jets. J.D. Vance, don't interrupt me. You didn't interrupt Harrison Waltz. Dana Bash. If Harrison Walls were making baseless claims about people eating cats and dogs that had racist undertones, then I would interrupt them as well. Kamala has had more repackaging than Christmas at Macy's. The only reason Democrats are excited about her now is due to the fact that she isn't Joe Biden. That's it. You realize you're a political prostitute compared to Kamala Harris, right? She's an elected DA, AG, senator, and VP. You're a Trump fluffer, good lord. I thank God Harris performed well in that debate. A second Trump presidency will result in the total destruction of our country. Funny how liberals can go from Trump posts and memes that make me butthurt to Trump, who was already president, is going to literally destroy America this time. Can't confirm. I'm from Ukraine. POV, VPN companies after Brazil banned Twitter. You can tell the rebrand is going very well and not an utter failure, or it definitely isn't an utter failure, when the owner is still calling it Twitter over a year after the change. It is funny as hell, man. But he's throwing such a hissy fit, it's too late. He won't go back now.
The utter ingratitude with which so many Americans treat the gift that they have been given in living in the United States is truly appalling.
Ah yes, the gift of crippling healthcare costs, weekly mass shootings, crumbling infrastructure, prohibitive higher education costs, and some of the deepest wealth disparities in the industrialized world. Thanks, America.
Not to mention, you also have to exist in a country with Ben Shabibo.
If you're a dude and you vote for Kamala Harris for president, your man card gets revoked immediately. I'm going to vote Harris 20 years to the day from when I led a SEAL sniper team into a place I don't want to butcher the pronunciation of, where we cleared houses with frags and breached doors with green tip because we ran out of other explosives. I feel okay about my man card. Where were you during the war, champ?
It's time to be a man and vote for Kamala Harris.
If you're born in the USA or an American citizen and you put other countries above us, that's unpatriotic. That's it. Hey, it's Brett Favre. Wild to be lectured about patriotism by the guy who stole $1 million in welfare funds from the poorest people in his state. That's right, real patriots like yourself steal welfare money. You're that rich guy that stole from welfare, right? I love cold showers. How did the mirror fog up if you took a cold shower? That's a good question. Wait a minute. We've had nothing but Trump political stuff this whole time. Literally this whole time. And we got a normal one. Holy crap, I was very, very confused. That's a good damn question. How did that mirror fog up? What's going on here, man? Okay. Oh, who cares, man?
Objection!
She said that she loves cold showers, not that she had a cold shower. If she had a cold shower, she would have said so.
Hold it!
Even if she does enjoy cold showers, would it not be contradictory for me to say I love mustard and then show a picture of a bottle of ketchup? Ha-ha! I win! You lose! Where's the judge in all this? Can we get judge? Okay, not here at all. Well, that was fun. I think it's hilarious that we ended on one non-politics or non-American politics themed post. Ain't that something, man? Holy crap. I thought I was going to start melting, or that my brain was going to turn into a viscous glue in my mostly empty head. Like, it's in there. Don't trust me, it is in there, but like, is it really in there though? I don't know. I'm having a hell of a night. It's almost midnight for me right now.
and I am still doing these. I do these into the night because I've got nothing else going on some days, you know? Oh, it's almost midnight. What am I doing? I'm gonna go to bed. You guys have a great day, okay? You guys have a great day. All right, I'll see ya.
Jesus Christ never introduced himself using pronouns.
I am he. Jesus, John 18:5. I do love, though, how the reference looks like they're just saying, Jesus, John.
Next time you think of eating a chicken, remember that they had a family just like you.
Well, this is why I order a family bucket at KFC. No one is left behind.
At Burger King, we think you're beautiful, you're loved, you matter. Don't forget it.
You pay people $8 an hour.
Now, technically, we didn't say that we think you matter.
Want to know who wouldn't have these problems with Thanos? These guys! Let them defeat Rotten Tomatoes first.
Guys, what's stopping you from dressing like this 24/7?
Easy. I do not work at Olive Garden. Yeah, okay, no, serious point. Men's sexy fashion is literally just looking like we service people. Why can't I get the ingenuity skills that goes into women's clothing? Let's bring capes back to men's fashion. I, as a guy, would love to look good. I just don't want to always look like a bartender. American football coaches versus European football coaches.
Okay, is it just me or do all the European football coaches look like Bond villains?
Unlike the US ones who look like Austin Powers villains?
Ah, yes. There's some comedy in those movies that have not aged well.
You've stated that you believe that there could be an infinite number of parallel universes. Does that mean there is a universe out there where I am smarter than you?
Yes, and also a universe where you're funny.
It was at this moment that John Oliver began to beat the
Gray sweatpants are for dudes with
not dudes with pee-pees.
But if I say, leggings are for blisters with ears, not blisters with long backs, I'm the bad guy.
do it.
Would people be as comfortable buying meat if the date the animal was killed was displayed alongside the best before date?
Exactly. Consumers should remember that meat is the dead flesh from a once living, breathing, sentient animal who didn't want to die.
Actually, I would feel more comfortable. It would make choosing fresher meat easier. That's a very good idea. When vegan ideas backfire completely. Thank you for both of your input, Tampon Tears and I Suck Rooster. 12 months ago, I was Person of the Year. 12 months ago, most people didn't know how unhinged you were. Elon Musk trying to see how much drama he can create just by putting a little full stop.
Hey! Please warn us before posting a duck pic.
My uncle said he wouldn't discuss Trump with me unless I said one good thing he's done. So I said he's normalizing makeup for men, and it didn't go as I planned. Small coffee, $5. Small coffee, please. $3.
Hello, one small coffee, please.
$1.75.
I'm not saying please to someone below me.
Judging by this comment, there is literally nobody below you.
My wife, who it is rumored is a doctor, stayed up all night with my 5-year-old because my girl has a brutal cough due to flu. Tonight it is my turn. My wife then got up and went to work to care for her patients. That's feminism, not murdering babies outside the womb.
You're a podcaster. You probably should have done both nights.
You don't understand. He gets tired after workies.
Stay retired, Paul. You're a better commentator than fighter. Does it make you feel good saying that? Now, would you say that to my face, man to man?
Nope, you kicked my ass. That's why I said it on Twitter.
Fair enough. Is an abomination to God Almighty.
Yet he seems to keep letting it happen.
Also, hello, Horsehead here, just letting you all know that this person never misses a gay event.
It must kind of stink that you can't run 3 times.
You know, if I ran a third time, it'd sort of be like doing a third Hangover movie. Didn't really work out very well, did it?
Mr. President!
90% of women are ugly and...
Oh, wait, sorry, I did this wrong. Or did I?
90% of men are ugly and 90% of women are pretty. Sorry.
Hi, did you know we have something in common?
What's that?
We are both in the 10%.
If you're at a dinner and somebody introduces himself as Dr. Smith, you'd be rather upset to learn that he had a doctorate in musicology if you were to suffer a stroke at the table.
If you were at a dinner party and someone introduced themselves as Ben Shapiro, you'd be rather upset to be at that dinner party. Dr. Evan Williams, DMA Music Composition. I think people forget that doctor doesn't necessarily mean medical expertise.
OnlyFans is banning poon, which means you flicks gotta get a job now.
Twitch streamers telling OnlyFans girls to get a real job is the definition
definition of irony. My daughter was wearing a flannel hoodie, so I said, "Hey, the nighties called." And she replied,
Yeah, because they couldn't text.
and God damn it, I'm getting real tired of my kids owning me. They think your haircuts are un-American. Well, it was very observant of them because we aren't American, actually.
The only marriages God will ever recognize is between a man and a woman.
Apparently you didn't recognize its value considering you cheated on your wife.
Rules for thee, not for me. That's in the Bible somewhere.
Friendly reminder that you don't get to celebrate Lunar New Year unless you're literally from a country that does, or if you are invited by someone who is from a country that does.
A friendly reminder that I hereby formally invite everyone to celebrate Lunar New Year.
No, stop it!
You will never change what you tolerate. Research #Flat Earth.
No curve here. Can we agree on that?
On what, your cropped photo? I love flat earthers because they remind me that even though I'm a failure, there are always people even more disappointing than me. The sad reality of our world. Oh, everyone's on their phones. And now to shove the mirror in someone's face. You have 27,000 tweets. You joined here in June 2016, which means you joined here 136 weeks ago. That many weeks is 952 days. If you divide 27,000 to 952, the result is 28. You tweet 28 times a day, yet you still talk about how everyone is addicted to their phones. Millennials aren't buying diamonds. Why?
Too busy filling out job applications that ask them to attach their resume and then enter what's on that same resume on the next page.
And we just hit another all-time high in Twitter usage. Lol.
Rome has never been this brightly lit at night.
Nero.
My son at 16's bedtime is 9. He has no phone and no internet access without a parent sitting in the room. Then it is limited to an hour max. There are parental passcodes on the TVs and he can only watch certain TV programs.
Crazy that those are going to be the exact rules you follow in the nursing home. Me. You're a politician. Stop tweeting like this. Inner me.
You're too lit to politic.
Okay, that's actually kind of stupid in a funny way.
Ugh, Toronto City Councillor Norm Kelly, everyone.
The city is currently looking into how we can extract the salt from my haters and apply it to roads this winter. We'll keep you guys posted.
Being gay is not biologically natural.
Same-sex relations have been documented in over 1,500 species. Hang-ups about same-sex relations have been documented in one. 101-year-old veteran says cold Coors Light is the secret to long life. Well, yeah, everyone already knows water is good for you.
If God made you a male, that's not a mistake. If God made you a female, that's not a mistake. Saying any different is insulting a perfect creator. Read your word.
God made you a brunette, yet you are now blonde. God gave you bad vision, yet you fixed it with glasses. God gave you crooked teeth, yet you straightened them with braces. Trans people change the outside to match the inside just like you do. Sit down, Jesus said to. What's stopping you from doing this with your partner?
Common sense.
I won't let go, babe.
I trust you.
This is actually hurting. I might let go, babe.
No.
If we all just switched to cursive and stick-shift cars, we could cripple an entire generation. I love how you all talk smack about a generation you raised like it's their fault and not yours. This is also the same generation that has had computers around them for the last 30 years and still hardly understands how to copy and paste or attach images to an email.
Breaking news! Human penis are shrinking because of pollution, warned scientists.
See you all at the next climate strike.
Ugh, how old are you, Greta? She's old enough to laugh at your shrinking pee-pee.
Men under 5'11" shouldn't exist.
I'm 5'7", but that's 11'7" over your dad, if that helps. I'm sorry, what? Oh!
Your generation are mostly spoiled brats that cry if they don't get their way.
As if your generation didn't spit on soldiers and implode if a black person used the same water fountain. Wake up, Wanda. Who wins this fight and why?
You're literally putting the God of Thunder against a guy with a sore throat in a Halloween costume?
My costume's bulletproof. KJ Appa and Cole Sprouse when they were actually 17.
Man, I would have absolutely crushed you at age 17. Crushed.
You wouldn't even have survived the weight of my wallet, bitch. God doesn't cancel people.
He literally started all of humanity over with a flood.
Exactly. He gifts them with water, even if they've already had enough and they're full. No. Glug glug, human. Water's good for you. You need it. Keep taking it.
My boyfriend got his side bitch pregnant, but we both love each other. Should I stay? Yes.
They'll need a clown for the kids' birthday parties.
Do men still open car doors?
Of course. How do you think we get inside? No English word has a double ooh except the word food. Prove me wrong. This is proof that preschool education is important in childhood and that choosing the right books and tools and learn is more important than Nollywood. For now, get a stool, go back to the classroom and learn some coordination. Don't be a hooligan. Okay, I'm gonna call it. This was a total bait. They just wanted to see someone do this. 9-year-old boy pays off entire school lunch debt for his class after saving his allowance. No, just no. Give this boy back his money and make school lunch free. This is not a heartwarming story. Little kids should not be cleaning up the messes made by selfish adults.
A government that thinks it can control what stove you use is a government with too much power.
And yet here you are, controlling what women can do with a bun in the oven. Oh my.
Jared Leto and Nick Offerman, 51 and 52, are only a year apart. How is this possible?
One looks aged, the other moisturizes. I'm no fan of Jared Leto, but this is a pointlessly cruel comparison. How is he supposed to live up to Nick Offerman? Last book that made you cry.
University Physics with Modern Physics 14th edition by Hugh D. Young, Roger A. Friedman.
No doubt tears of joy.
Get away from me!
And now MIT gets burned. Ready for a world in which a $50 DNA test can predict your odds of earning a PhD or forecast which toddler gets into a selective preschool?
You can do this already with a zip code.
And commence a class war in the comments.
There's a young black guy sitting next to me on this flight. His phone rang and it said baby doll. I dare him to try to holler and say he's single. How can someone be minding his business? You invade his privacy and assume he wants to talk to you, then make up a scenario in your head and be offended in advance?
Is everything all right with you, dear?
How do you block fact checkers? I'm so sick of this stuff pooping up on everything.
How about posting the truth?
Most third world migrants cannot assimilate into civil societies. Prove me wrong.
Third world refugee here. I have a PhD in English and I won a Pulitzer Prize in fiction. What have you done? She's blocked you from Twitter, that's what she's achieved. A day may come when I am not mistaken for another brown actor, but it is not this day. Every time I get recognized for you, I think, man, I wish it were true. I have taken credit for both of your accolades in the last 2 weeks, so I guess I owe you each a photo, half a beer, and an awkward extended hug.
Hey, why do you have 3 accounts?
God damn it.
Imagine being here with the love of your life.
Wow. Did a tick write this tweet?
Yeah, perfect example where aesthetically, looks great, but practically, no. Despite how fun the name of that cocktail implies it, the sand is not fun to frolic in. If you use facial recognition for anything, the government has your face, lol. Wait until you find out about driver licenses. I'm not religious, but I believe Tim Curry is having a good time in the afterlife. I totally respect you're not religious, darling, as nor am I. If you could at least wait until I'm freaking dead, though, that'd be smashing. Why do women train for ripped abs? It's because they want to look like men. Truthfully, it's gross. Lips, various types of birds that shout their name, and hips. Men are simple. We want the classic beauty of a feminine hourglass shape. At no time in history did men ever want women with ripped abs. Hi, historian here. I'm comfortable in saying that at no time in history have women ever wanted you. Oh, snap.
How do y'all be 27 plus with no kids?
Well, seeing y'all be 23 with 5 kids will do that to you. People that walk fast are reported to be less happy. Yep, apparently the faster you walk, the more unhappy you are? Probably because all those people walking fast are late.
Damn right. I'm unhappy because I'm trapped behind a slow walker. Now move!
When the girl you invited over is so bored by Netflix's terrible film selection that she decides to leave. Hi, Netflix here. Maybe because you were actually trying to watch a movie, Brian. Ooh. I love when people complain about Twitter. On Twitter. Good point. When the hamburger store gets my order wrong, I always go complain to the dry cleaners. At this point, it's got to be on purpose. He is purposely making Twitter posts that people can create clever comebacks to. That no, he knows this drives up traffic. Today I learned that in 2002, a researcher found that the average 8-year-old British child could identify 80% of Pokemon, but only 50% of common wildlife species. Okay, I see your agenda here. Common wildlife species don't normally yell their names at you.
I wonder what that weird bird is.
Well, son, I think that's a...
Boobies!
boobies!
Okay, what about that one?
Oh, that's
Fluffy Backs Tit Babbler. Fluffy! Dad, why
okay.
are all the birds named?
Somber tit. Somber.
Son, let's just go.
I still can't believe Taylor Swift is about to turn 30. She still looks so young. It's strange to think that 90% of her eggs are already gone. Oh, really? We're going this direction? 97% by the time she turns 40. So I hope she thinks about having kids before it's too late. She'd be a fun mom. This man's just projecting his creepy fantasies to everyone on the internet.
I'd volunteer if she wants one.
I hope she buys a house near a elementary school so you can't get within 5 blocks of her.
It's not a micrometer.
Yeah, if we wanted that, we'd just tattoo your duck.
Micrometers are used to measure with accuracy, not small things.
I wish my duck was consistent,
But it varies greatly based off if your mom has a bag over her head or not.
I don't sleep with vaccinated women.
Yay! The vaccines work!
Party at my house on Friday. Don't come if you're ugly.
How can you host a party that you won't attend? Well, that's easy. It's called event management.
If you over 25 and don't have a baby yet, you're missing out.
JOMO, the joy of missing out.
it's like those people who say you're selfish for not having kids. Like, oh no, I put myself first. What a horrible existence this will be for me. Meanwhile, in a world where someone can get riled up over a video about cooking food.
Too much butter. Wrong pan used. Didn't cook the steak well enough. Poor choice of toppings. You should also never smack a steak like that.
Everyone knows that a modern cook drops down to the steak's level so they're nice eye-lined and you're respecting them and talking to them like, hey, I don't appreciate your behavior.
Okay, Gordon Ramsay.
I know Gordon Ramsay doesn't sound like that, but he should. It would be cooler.
Yay! This millennial got hit by a city bus and can finally pay off her student loans.
Ugh, it's really hard watching other people live out your dreams.
Your dream is to get hit by a bus?
Oh no, please! I'm talking about the driver.
At the cosmetic lane, we present to you earlobe rejuvenation.
Because it turns out that's nicer to hear than dissecting a part of your body.
Earlobes change with age. Like anything else, they can become droopy. They can deflate.
They can even develop folds and seem collapsed.
Fortunately, earlobes can be rejuvenated either with filler or surgery.
California is about to wash out to sea and you're trying to make people care about a few millimeters on their earlobes.
What exactly did you want us to do, Kate? Did you want me to get a bucket to help put the water back? We're simply trying to do our job.
Oh, the ability to sound so professional yet completely smacking someone down to the asphalt. Well done, Cosmetic Lab. Great job. Cosmetic Lane, damn it. See what happens when I try and compliment you? You make me stressed. Guys, silly but legit exercise question with the Apple Watch. How come my watch doesn't say, "It looks like you're exercising"? When I make boom boom with my partner, it doesn't register workouts shorter than 3 minutes. I'll see myself out. Very weird energy coming off this interaction. Dude, you're active in r/celebrity feet. Any interaction with a caring parent would be alien to you.
Can you imagine today's youth storming the beaches of Normandy? How pathetic are they, living a life of much more privilege and luxury thanks to our effort. It's all our own fault, really. We're the ones who have given this sort of comfort.
But I'm old and too exhausted to actually acknowledge my own failings and things. Anyway, all kids are terrible. I can't imagine today's boomers doing it. All y'all do is buy commemorative Trump teddy bears and post how to open PDF as a Facebook status.
Ever hear of the Vietnam War?
No. Who won? Go on, tell us all about the incredible work the Vietnam War did.
Better yet, tell us how well your own generation treated your own generation after they came back from said war. Sorry, that would require you to take responsibility for yourself, and as we've noticed from the way you think about children these days, it's clear you don't really do that.
He is so good. Just the goodest kitty.
He looks like what an AI would create if you asked it to make a photorealistic drawing of a cartoon cat.
Just a 2D outline and then poof with some texture. Bard is barred.
Sir Julian Fellows, November 2nd, says that only those who have been to university can comprehend Shakespeare's plays. That would exclude Shakespeare, then. From Professor Norman Hammond, Cambridge. You just know this man wrote this in by pen and ink, and he just dropped his pen like a microphone. Just boom, mic drop. I'm out of here, bitches.
Rihanna is tired of fans playing Pokemon Go at her concerts. Yeah, well, fans are tired of Rihanna playing shows at their Pokemon gatherings. Introverts are like a slow website. They might be the coolest site, but usually people don't wait that long for them to open. This has been mind-blowing. Extroverts are like pop-ups. You know what? I think both of these are very valid. Airlines should charge by the pound. And what with countries that have other currencies, like the dollar? 50 years ago, magazine ads and shows like The Jetsons depicted AI as helpful, even essential to everyday life. Now that AI is becoming reality, it's often depicted as adversarial and potentially threatening.
One way or another, I'm gonna get ya. I'll get ya. I'll get ya. Get ya. Get ya. Get ya.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Pixels!
Well, hang on. Where's the rat?
Turn your screen off.
After a long year, my husband finally believes I am ready to carry his child in my womb, to feed them with my body, to give him my whole body for his descendants.
Jeez, look, I'm proud for you if you think this is a real big deal for yourself.
I'm ready to receive his seed, to become fully his. Can't wait to be impregnated, to he owned.
But why does the photo look so depressing? Like you are just a shadow, you're a silhouette. There is no individuality about you. You are nothing but the itemized object of his needs. And am I the only one seeing this? Like, I'm not trying to be crazy ultra feministic about this, but it looks depressing, and I hope they get some help about these clear, slightly manageable daddy issues.
Anyway, congrats on the raw dogging. Parents from across New Jersey were out in force in Middletown, letting Murphy Democrats know that we will not stand by while they put school districts between parents and their children. School districts should be working hand in hand with parents, not forced to keep secrets from them.
Incredible.
I didn't realize 20 people was out in force. It's the incredible power of, I'm gonna say maybe 5 families at most. Oh no, an average of 4.5 houses of people. They're going to overturn everything. Oh look, it's the man who collects toys more than he takes care of himself, who's upset because there's words in a video game. He's right to be upset though, because the words they and them have never existed in the English language up until now.
Like, legitimately, how embarrassing for you to be triggered over pronouns. Like, just pick one of the 3 they have available and play the goddamn game.
Thank you. I was looking for a reason to unfollow.
This ain't an airport. You don't need to announce your exit. Bye-bye.
From the official Red the Angry Bird Twitter account. I'll be honest, this looks more like a troll than like a legit supportive thing. Just a totally apolitical character in cartoon medium. Just, I'm not saying I'm against it. It just looks silly.
I'm gonna give this a letter on my keyboard.
As a Yankee fan, I guess you know a lot about L's this year. I almost refunded my game when Starfield asked me for pronouns. Oh, that might imply that I'm already given up and I'm not gonna give him a chance to fix things so I can still play the game because I'm totally gonna play the game anyway, but I still might, do that, but, I'm annoyed about it, so, fix it, because I can't handle this.
From Opera GX themselves. It's really nice to see these legitimate businesses just completely tanking on genuine idiots.
Everyone has pronouns, dipschmidt. It came free with your freaking speaking a language.
Hey gamers, Ubisoft here. Name a game you're proud to have 100% completed. Hey Ubi, why don't you name a game you have completed at 100% before releasing it? We will all be waiting. Remind me, how many AR-15s did Jesus own? Well, not enough to avoid being murdered by the government.
Photoshop request, everyone. Can someone remove all that rubbish?
Oh yeah, that is a disgusting state of trash. Let's fix that up. Done.
You asked for it.
In French, you don't say, I miss you. You say, tu me manques, which means you are missing from me. Isn't that amazing? In Texas, you don't say you all. You say y'all, which means you all. Unless there's a lot of y'all. Then it's all y'all, which means all you all. Isn't that amazing?
if you're an adult whose rent is less than $4,000 a month, you're still a child.
Imagine being an adult paying $4K on rent and not a mortgage. Shout out to Gen Alpha. Enjoy the rental market. What's it like being the daughter of the best chef in the world?
Oh, but Jamie Oliver's not my dad.
Dead body reported.
If a beautiful woman disagrees with me, I will immediately change my views. I have no principles. Well, maybe you should have principles. You're right, maybe I should. One time in 6th grade, I was being bullied really badly, and this whole circle of people gathered around me and the girl that was bullying me, and she smirked and went,
You dumb rich bitch.
and everyone was like, ooh. And I stood there for a second before pulling $20 out of my wallet, placed it in her hand, and said, buy some better insults. And I swear, the entire lunchroom rioted. Okay, that bully's a genius. That is the, best method to get someone to give you money without even getting in trouble for bullying them. What is a woman? I am a doorknob. Allow me to explain. It's the person who covers their drink when you enter the room. Giving birth isn't as painful as being kicked on the nuts.
Have you had a baby?
No, but over the years, women say,
Let's have another one.
I never hear a man saying, come on, hit me in the nuts again. Look, I'm sure to the average person, yeah. To a dominatrix, not really. God damn. How do you get 22 years for a crime when you weren't even at the crime scene to commit it? Ask Charles Manson. How dare you stand where he stood?
Dumbledore has stood everywhere in this damn school. What do you want me to do? Float?
Yes, actually.
Well,
Wingardium Leviosa. Obscene and vulgar ads are frequently appearing on the IRCTC ticket booking app. This is very embarrassing and irritating. Railmin India and official kindly look into. Oh my goodness. Clothing! Gah! Hi Anand, Indian Railways Siva here. So, uses Google's ad serving tool AdX for serving ads. These ads uses cookies to target the user. Yep, that's how you pronounce that. I'm not re-recording that. He can also sound like it's official. Based on user history and browsing behavior, ads are shown. Please clean and delete all browser cookies and history to avoid such ads. Official. You know what makes this equally sad? This man probably just shares his computer with his wife, who probably has used that store to shop and buy things. I can see that sheen. I mean, that, or this person's personally gone through their catalog with no intention to buy anything. Not even being provocative, but if you think Greta Thunberg has the maturity to guide global policymaking, then you cannot objectify to Jeffrey Epstein paying 16-year-olds for sex? What? Hold the phone! What the heck? What are you saying? Based on my personal genuine reaction to that information, I can't help but agree with them. That's sarcasm. I'm being sarcastic. That's sarcasm. Children.
The planet is dying. Please do something.
Conservatives.
Well, if you're so smart, why can't I have smex with you? Checkmate.
Hi, could I get you 300-liter offer, please? Hi, no problem. What is your address? Oh, I don't know if I should be giving out personal information to a company. Not a problem. We will just throw a dart at the map and hope for the best, shall we? James Blunt can't sing for Schmidt.
Correct. I sing for money, and it's beautiful.
That's the only song of his I actually know. Ew, no skin's dire. I guess we just broke. Yeah, go get a job. Don't play Dota. Nah, Dota first, job fourth. Wait, what is second or third? Your mom and sister. I post more memes than selfies, because I'd rather see y'all smiling than coming. Especially when you look like Mads Mikkelsen. Not with that BMI.
Oh, ouch. BMY.
A House member rubbed Speaker Nicholas Longworth's bald head, saying, nice and smooth, feels just like my wife's bottom. Longworth then rubbed his own head and said, indeed, it does. Why do men not so fast? Gotta get home to the woman I love. Incredible work, managing to both demean someone and call yourself out on your discrepancies at the same time.
Choose wisely. You need to find yourself a wife who dreams of this and not this.
I'll be honest, that photo on the left reeks of Instagram vanity. You just know if you're taking that photo, you're gonna be there for a solid hour. Also, this person is a great example that, hey, just because your life changed, aka you now have kids, doesn't mean everyone else should change their life too, just because you're happy. But let's summarize specifically why it's ironic that this person is shaming independent, business-driven women. You sell pictures of your butthole all over the internet. I mean, as if you'd not be thankful for having some sort of financial stability earlier on in your life before you have kids.
No, women, stop! Don't try to be financially secure before you have the commitment that is raising a child for 18 years of your future. No, that's dumb!
Without Googling, name something the US invented. Medical debt bankruptcies.
Lads, I just spent £1,500 on a new sofa and just been told that it's got a 12-week delivery time. Anyone know where I stand?
Oh, probably in your living room, mate.
Google turned 25 years old today. Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio just switched to Yahoo. We're 29. Oh, really? Yahoo came before Google? And they still failed? They had 4 years ahead and they still failed? Oh, no. Oh, you shouldn't have just exposed yourself like that. Pushing 30, still calling yourself Yahoo. I will personally organize a local militia if I'm enforced to stay in my fricking house any longer. Ah, back in the good old days with the Great Panic. Please, you couldn't organize a hunger strike at a fashion show.
Uses metric system.
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 Been to the moon. According to Donald Trump Jr., their literal account, they think this is a solid point of argument. Oh no. Oh no. NASA uses the metric system. How you doing, DTJ? You need a moment to sit down, you need to cry. That's okay, we got a tissue for you.
Smacks don't impress me. Teach me how to make 30K in 2 days.
Well, it's gonna involve smacks. Texas here. Everyone wants to have smacks with us.
I'm from Oklahoma here. I think you're misunderstanding the phrase, frick Texas. I love what you guys are doing. Keep up the good work, Jew.
Ooh, thank you, but please refrain from using that acronym. Our organization's name is Journalist Excellence Worldwide.
Oh, no, I understand. My middle name is Kevin.
Thank you for understanding. KK. Yep.
Atheists, if God isn't real, how do you explain walking on water? Can you walk on water like Jesus?
Yes.
Well, show me a video of you walking on water.
I don't need to. You just need to have faith that I did. Surely you have faith, don't you?
It's unattractive to me when a man has never been to jail before. You're not even a man yet.
This is why y'all be getting beat up.
Now, I don't want to really say I agree with this, but I think you're inviting a certain crowd of people when you think this is the standards to get with a partner. Kumail, a day may come when I am not mistaken for another brown actor. But it is not this day. Kunal, every time I get recognized for you, I think, man, I wish it were true. Cal, I have taken credit for both of your accolades in the last 2 weeks, so I guess I owe you each a photo, a half a beer, and an awkward extended hug. Sarah,
Why do you have 3 accounts?
Ask Reddit.
would you take a 50-50 chance at $5 million or death? Why or why not? Yeah. Either way, I don't have to go to work tomorrow. Yeah, optimism. Or defeatism. Or nihilism. Or, wow, it could be anything. If you don't have any friends, you're not an introvert. You're a problem.
If you think being an extrovert gives you the right to bash introverts for not having friends, then you are not an extrovert, you're an extrovert.
When the girl you invited over is so bored by Netflix's terrible film selection that she decides to leave. Hello, Netflix here. Maybe because you were actually trying to watch a movie, Brian.
Wait, you mean?
Uh-huh.
She wanted to.
Uh-huh.
I gotta go.
Male privilege is wearing the same outfit multiple times to events, while girls can't wear the same dress twice, no matter how cute it is.
There isn't a single straight man on earth that cares if you wear the same cute dress twice. The negative comments will come from other women. Honestly, I don't even think this is a thought that many women actually have about clothes themselves. Please, be honest in the comments. Do you think this is such a common belief that men are the ones who actually force women to wear different clothes? Am I just a sheltered little big boy? I can't comprehend how anyone would encourage someone to engage in fast fashion. Twitter sure is something else.
I think you mean X.
Hey, if he can dead name his own child, I can dead name his stupid ass app. Schmidt's gonna be called Twitter until it fully crashes. My siblings had a fight once, and it went like this. Tyler.
Anything that comes out of your mouth is stupid.
Sam.
Tyler. To this day, I still laugh out loud in inappropriate settings because I randomly think of it. The day my husband asks me to pay halves on rent is the day I pack my bags.
Yeah, and go where? You can't even afford half the rent.
Christ, bros, it's over. A believer does this. An atheist does this.
Oh, amazing. God answered the believer's prayers by sending him an atheist to build a boat. The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Want to know who wouldn't have these problems with Thanos?
Let them defeat Rotten Tomatoes first. I want someone to commission an artwork for me. The Justice League just dead or dying in a field of some farmer's patch.
Oh, Batman! Are these tomatoes made of kryptonite or something?
No, they're just regular tomatoes.
Your opinions are biased by personal beliefs.
That's literally the definition of an opinion.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now observing the moment someone is able to say something that has no meaning or meat and substance, yet because they say it so confidently, we take it as, ooh, that's a valid point. Any other incredible examples of insight? Your brain merely came up with that idea. Wow. You should start a podcast.
Titanic replica will set sail in 2022 following the same route as original.
Hey, good thing we melted all our icebergs.
Stave off any rich pompous person to try and make money creating some ridiculous love story over a genuine tragedy and loss of hundreds of lives.
This is Jessica's father. You took my daughter's virginity.
Sorry, sir. It won't happen again.
That's right. Wait, hang on.
Listen, Dad, bro, I get you care about your daughter's safety.
What? No, I don't care about that. I'm just predicting my desirability as a masculine man based on her perception of me. So when she's interested in another man, I feel insecure.
Why can't trees give off something youthful, like whiffy? Okay, so just frick oxygen, right? Hi. That stuff causes fires, okay? And that makes it bad.
So my girl almost died 3 times in my apocalypse dream because she don't listen. Now I'm irritated. Ooh, the male version of you cheated in my dream.
And suddenly, in that single moment, it was as if all men around the world collectively understood their girlfriend's hypotheticals.
Shower thoughts?
We're more afraid of losing our jobs than we are of dying.
Well, that's because dying is the end of my problems. Losing my job is the start of so many more. How fun. Yay. I'm so happy to be in the world where that's pretty much a relatable meme.
Not a single child died of an mRNA vaccine in the US. Not one. But 2,000 kids died of COVID.
Wow, that's so profound. I did CPR on a 15-year-old a-hole. He died. Next time, try breathing into the other end.
What? His mouth? Ew, that's so intimate.
That's like the closest hole to his brain. I'm not that's his entire being right up there. But down there, though, it's just a waste chute. It means nothing. Are people seriously making out when they're trying to save people's lives? You're taking advantage of that person right there. That's wrong. I can play chess in my mind for up to move 21 without losing the position. Wow, Andrew, that's really good. You've got a very creative brain, don't you? You're really good at remembering things. Can you remember all the crimes you did? Oh, you can't? Oh, you can't, can you, when there's a judge right in front of you? No, your brain suddenly stops working.
Hey, Tater Tot, that's really great. I can go outdoors. Can you? I mean, he technically can now, but at the time he couldn't, okay? Shush.
My man is gonna mess you up.
Nothing says love like objectifying your man. Use him as a tool to enforce your authority. Lol, just because he beats you doesn't mean he knows how to fight. Oh. It's true. Rats don't offer that much XP in RPGs. And I'm not going to dive any further into that analogy, because it's going to get dark really quick. MNUFC. All fans welcome. Of course, holding up this flag because they are commonly shamed and rejected from openly attending such sporting events to show support for us. A brain capable of critical analysis would understand we don't think they're better than everyone else, but that despite the phobia they deal with, they do belong. We officially believe they belong.
But I'm a believer of God. Will you show your appreciation or acknowledgement of fans who do?
Who let a smooth brain on the internet again? What part of all fans welcome don't you understand? For a lover of God, you really do like to criticize what he's brought onto this world, don't you? Leaving house, good for depression, bad for anxiety. Staying at house, good for anxiety, bad for depression. Standing directly in the doorway to achieve peak mental health. That's it. That's the solution to the depression of working in a workplace. Make everyone's desk have a doorway built in the middle of them.
Personally, bad English is such a turn-off for me.
You don't need to put "for me" after writing "personally."
Excuse me? Please don't publicly blast the reason why I hate looking at myself in the mirror.
Hi, Peter here. A fish's life is just as valuable to them as yours is to you.
Our logic is sound and really talks about morality and respecting all manners of life. Hi, I'm this numbered Greg in the world. How come fish can eat other fish but we can't eat fish? Well, Greg, blocked. The sad reality of our world. Look at them all. Happy. You have 27,000 tweets. You joined here in June 2016, which means you joined here 136 weeks ago. 136 weeks is 952 days. If you divide these numbers, the result is 28. You tweet 28 times a day, yet you still talk about how everyone is addicted to their phones. Yeah, it's kind of common in some people that the things we're most disgusted by or disapproving of are the things we're insecure about ourselves. That's why I'm personally disgusted by people with big dongs and nice butts. Increasingly untenable for Buckingham Palace, not to say what cancer King Charles III has got. Speculation is running riot all over the world. If, as I'm sure he does, Charles wants to help others, far better to be specific about his condition. Hey Pierce, try hacking his phone and you might find out for yourself. Oh, that's right, I forgot all about that drama. Good old Peas on Morgan was an editor for The Mirror back in the 90s and was, oh, well, he didn't do it personally, so he had no idea if this was happening. No. He was just, the boss of all the people who were collectively phone hacking to find gossip and stories about Prince Harry. All his subordinates he was in charge of, they all just unanimously decided themselves to take part in the hacking. Update, Io Adibari, the woman Disney is considering to replace Johnny Depp in the next Pirates of the Caribbean movie, identifies as a queer and is an extremist socialist who hates capitalism. Okay, not gonna lie, I groaned at this. And look, this is a good point. I do agree with this, though.
Okay, what do you think pirates were? A bunch of straight guys going to sea for months at a time because they loved the free market?
Well, if we're gonna go by that logic, then all crypto bros are actually also queer and extremist socialists who hate capitalism. Taylor Swift has ruined the NFL for me, and tonight will be the first Super Bowl that I skip in my life. Cool. I have a 14-year-old daughter watching her first Super Bowl. She's happy to take your place. Robb Elementary has 576 students, and 84% are economically disadvantaged. Now, 19 were murdered, 17 have bullet wounds, and 538 are emotionally scarred for the rest of their lives. The school has one counselor. One. Yet, Uvalde Police is 40% of the town budget. This is a failed system.
I'm a glass of wine. Survey cities around the U.S. I think you'll find the policing costs similar amounts of the budget. Yeah, really got 'em there. Wait, what did I say?
That literally only further proves my point.
Ah, damn it.
RFK Jr. and Robert De Niro offer $100,000 to anyone who can prove vaccines are safe. I mean, it's actually not that much money when you split it between 7 billion people who don't have polio. So this was back in 2017. And sadly, I haven't been able to find any evidence of someone actually attempting and getting all this money. No doubt because they finally used Google and realized, oh God, take it away, revoke this, revoke. Those who want power
power are the ones who least deserve it.
That's some great moral standards to live by. Elon Musk is the one saying this.
My brother in Christ, you bought the website!
It is far too late to have that sort of humility. It's like you ordered the new king of Japan in World War II and are like, those things are dangerous.
Oh, really? How insightful. It's not like you had many tests that proved so.
Scared by that new report on climate change? Here's what you can do to help. Eat less meat, about 30%. Swap your car or plane ride for a bus or train. Use a smart thermostat in your home. A reminder that 100 corporations are responsible for 71% of global greenhouse gas emissions, and presenting the crisis as a moral failing on part of individuals without noting this fact is journalistic malpractice.
No, silly boy, Adam. You've got to inspire the public, make them believe that they themselves can make a difference in this world. They just got to do their part. We know so because our sources told us.
And who are your sources? Butter chicken. No, it's all the coal and gas companies that are responsible for those greenhouse gases. Friendly reminder that you don't get to celebrate Lunar New Year unless you're literally from a country that does, or if you are invited by someone who is from a country that does. Yeah, 2019. That makes sense. That's where I feel the pendulum shifted slowly from being so pro-inclusion and diversity that we've kind of shifted into a bit of a segregation, unintentionally.
I want to be more supportive and encouraging of these other cultures in our society, and to do so, we have to ban certain people from enjoying them too.
Hi, friendly a reminder that I hereby formally invite everyone to celebrate Lunar New Year.
No, don't do that. Mixing cultures, it's barbaric. I don't see any irony in being a progressive who enforces strict tradition. This was your only architectural achievement before Jan van Riebeeck arrived. Stop kidding yourself.
Oh, Tom, how can you look at this and think that's like a travesty? Us white people could only build square rectangular things. They literally created sphere homes. I mean, my only understanding of building things comes from like Lego and stuff, and it was a lot easier to build brick houses than spherical things. Anyway, oh no, a waterproof, thermally regulated structure that requires only natural occurring resources to build. Yeah, shout out to the various TikToks or Instagrams out there of people who actually live in these communities who share this sort of info. But yeah, it can be blistering hot outside, but inside these things are incredibly efficient at cooling you down. I may not be fully correct in this, but they literally do not even need air conditioning in the summer. It's just that effective. Look, they're probably all conditioned to the heat and aren't frail white boys like me, but still. Breaking. Idaho House passes bill to give Peter Patter Peter Pootu Poo 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 Pum Pum Pums the death penalty. Yeah, if you don't think they're going to use this to eventually target LGBTQ people, you are freaking stupid. Now, obviously, that is expressing concern because there are so many people out there who think that if you're not straight, you must like children only. Which I don't understand how any man in particular could be so shocked that a woman would also like the look of a woman. For one perfectly understandable reason. Chesticles. Anyway, in typical twisting the words of what someone said to create some sort of agenda online.
Oh, holy Schmidt, is this a confession? It's gotta be. She's relating the assumption that people are also LGBTQ.
Never mind that most cases of this sort of thing are men towards little girls, so they are straight, but
I will ignore that because that doesn't fit what I want.
Is this a confession? No, we just understand the transitive property. Also, you know, everyone else aside from this person clearly actually took history classes? Beta male. So, where do you want to go? Alpha male. You're going to have the best night of your life. I'll see you at 9 p.m. Wear that tight red dress. Oh, so the beta male and alpha male are going on a date together? And the beta is wearing a red dress? Oh, it's cool. It's progressive. I like that. Also, just do both? Where do you want to go?
I want to go to B.
B does seem nice, but I don't feel like it myself. How about A? It has some stuff from B that's just as good.
Wow, you've both included my thoughts on this and also taken charge.
Yes, it's amazing how you can check in on what your partner wants and needs are while still being an alpha bro at the same time. When creator of Luke Cage replies, obviously, Luke Cage was created in the 1970s, but did y'all peek how the Marvel series depicted him having to fight more black people to save Harlem than white villains?
Black people could never be evil. Everyone knows your skin color defines your personality traits forever. White people genetically are incapable of being good.
Hi, I literally made this. I was trying to keep black people gainfully employed. Just saying. It's such a valid reason, too. This is why deep down I wasn't too upset when 90% of the roles I'd get an audition for were racist white guy. Oh yeah, make the only white guy in your character roster to be the racist one. That's fun. It gives me work. Rhodesia was the last attempt at a rebirth of philosophy. An aristocratic, militaristic, pastoral peoples installed themselves on the local farming population outside the confines of the industrial global New World Order. Intelligent, cruel, astute, born to command, refined, courageous. For context, imagine Jeff Bezos taking his entire Amazon workforce in 1890 to a random area of Africa and saying,
We own this place now.
then about 30 years later in 1923 they decide to legislate it as this is definitely our place now. But then 1950s happen, Britain is pulling out of all of Africa. Now all the locals want what is actually always meant to have been theirs. So in 1965 they all panic and say, we don't belong to the British anymore, we're an independent nation, we have no reason to be kicked out, no! And so with their intelligence, cruelty, astuteness, born to command, refinedness and courageousness, they dissipated within 14 years and were taken over by Zimbabwe and Zambia. Which makes sense when one says in response to what is someone refusing to leave the premises after being evicted, I had a cat who lived longer than Bezos land. The first human received an implant from a Neuralink yesterday and is recovering well. Initial results show promising neuron spike detection. The same people who've spent years losing their minds over the conspiracy theory that the COVID vaccine contains a microchip idolize a guy who is literally implanting people with microchips. Wow, really? I didn't realize there was a Venn diagram like overlap of people who love Elon Musk and are anti-vaccine. I thought that wouldn't correlate because he's all about smart technology stuff, and they wouldn't be. I'm sorry, I was trying to be fair in my assessment of them, but to sound like a British person trying to be as vulgar as an Australian, you can't. Hey, Twitter Books here. Tell us the last book that made you cry. University Physics with Modern Physics, 14th edition by Hugh D. Young and Roger A. Friedman. Hi, I'm Roger Friedman.
Oh God, he's back!
Yeah,
Oh no!
no doubt tears of joy.
Please stop!
I used this book to press my tofu tonight. It brought me joy. Oh, in pressing your tofu, you are applying a normal force, Chapter 4, and increasing the bulk stress on the tofu, Chapter 11. Well played.
Oh God, I've already read the book. I don't need to learn more.
Do you guys find it rude to receive cash as a birthday present? Rude? I hope people are very, very rude to me. In the 1950s, one of the journalists criticized Marilyn Monroe, saying that she's only beautiful because of her fancy dresses and clothes. Then she did this photo shoot wearing a potato sack as a response. I'm sorry, but there's something funny about the top of the sack saying, USA #1, Idaho! I mean, in truth, she had a very dark life, and I feel very sorry for her, like what she experienced, but still, it's funny, okay? When conservatives send their people onto the internet, they aren't sending their best. Republican victory in 2024 depends on their being able to do this. Going to people door to door, speaking with the locals of the black community, handing forms to one of their hang on, wait a minute. Let's just say, if you have to use AI to generate photos of the people you want votes from, you aren't doing great. Also, that guy on the right has 3 arms. Wow. Touchdown! Taylor Swift lands in Baltimore ahead of AFC Championship. Jet belches tons of CO2 emissions. Oh my gosh, she did it! She got Fox News to care about carbon emissions! This will forever be used as a reference and proof that the Fox News actually knows the dangers of carbon emissions. Vin Diesel spotted shirtless on a yacht in Italy. Look at him. I've seen this photo before and I still think it's gross because he's got a pudgy belly. I don't have that because I can't afford to eat anything. And you are yachtless in a shirt. Don't act like he's the loser. Oh, frick you, Target. I just want some goddamn shoes. Ew, all these rainbows. In this particular area of the store, what would take 3 seconds of me just walking past, I've now made an entire quarter of my day to deal with. Buddy, I can help you out. You'll help me? I just want some goddamn shoes. Yeah, well, you're looking in the shirt department, you fricking idiot. Right, yep. Ever wanted to know what tells if a snake is venomous or harmless? Simply observe the anal plate. If you see a dual row of scales after the anal plate, it is harmless. If it is venomous, you'll see a single row of scales after the anal plate. Bro, if I see a snake, I'm running. I'm not examining its butthole. I'm using AI to fix broken, damaged people. Did it also clearly Photoshop their skin and give them a huge cleavage that isn't their natural body, or also also give them a face that isn't actually naturally theirs? No, I fixed her. Wow, turning a woman who would never speak to Ian Miles Chung into also that. World of statistics. Couples in India are likely to spend 1/5 of their total lifetime earnings on their wedding. American spends half of their lifetime earnings on divorce. I'm more perplexed as to why they brought that up. It's like someone's just sharing some interesting information and you just have to try and make it a depressing and more, I guess, mellow tone. We went from wow, interesting to
This is depressing!
being shoved down our throats. Charlie D'Amelio just unfollowed Little Huddy. It's going down. #drama alert. You're a grown-ass man, Keemstar. People that walk around with a bottle of water always feel like they've made it in life. This is evidence that even if all you do is drink water and mind your business, people will still talk. Lauren is famous for her own accomplishments. Taylor Swift is famous because she's dating Travis Kelce. Oh, buddy, oh, you think that's why? It's obvious which one is the better role model for young women. Famous because of her boyfriend. Famous because of her patriotism. Wow, this is toxic levels of stupid. Taylor Swift is famous for stadiums with fans. Lauren Boebert is famous for theaters with hand jobs. Lauren, see, no one would think that's a valid criticism of you if you weren't someone who would easily shame anyone who did that very thing. Ask Reddit. Suddenly, all of humanity loses the ability to lie. What happens? We certainly will talk a lot less. I also feel like a lot of us would be strangely more comfortable and confident in public. No fear and anxiety from having to try and deceive or lie to people. Like, everything's out in the open. Like, you know the truth is going to be the truth no matter what. So you're kind of just there, accepting what comes and what may be. For people who are just so openly blunt, it'll just be another Tuesday. I will be discussing the great benefits of Brexit from 8 o'clock this evening on State of the Nation on Good News. Brexit did save us from EU, staggering number of laws Britain has judged since... Wow, that's great, Jacob. What will you talk about from 8:01, though? Yeah, British people in the comments, sound off, please. I'm curious what your experiences and knowledge is about this whole Brexit thing. How has it been for y'all? Has barely much changed? Has it only slightly changed for you? Or is it now a bloody nightmare to deal with? Also, can you hurry up and tell your government to enable dual passports for Australian citizens? I am literally of your kind. Let me go visit you without being a freaking foreigner. By being on the team that won the AFC Championship, Travis Kelce will receive a bonus check of around $70,000. For those wondering why Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce, are things beginning to make sense now? Bro, he can't be this literal. A female billionaire is dating a guy for his $70,000 bonus check? Wow. Boss texted me, I appreciate you staying out of the drama in the office. I literally have no idea what she's talking about. Then you're doing a fantastic job at it. That $2K you worked hard for is better than $100K that's given to you for free.
Don't ever give anyone advice again.
Remembering a couple of years ago when I reminded my dad that I was queer and he asked me if I had a girlfriend. I said no, and he said, oh, so you're just LGBT in theory. Part of me wonders if he just said that as a joke, not so much he actually believes that's a thing, because that's totally a dad sort of dig. I came out when I was 18. I'm 21 now. My grandma asked if I had a girlfriend. I said no. This so-called Christian woman said, oh, you should have stayed in the closet. That's embarrassing.
I mean, you're hella hot, sweetie. You could easily get a girl, but in the fact you haven't? Oof. Oof, dear. Oof.
In nature, poisonous creatures will often develop bright colors to warn others of their toxicity. That's proof that women with dyed hair are toxic every single time. Yeah, so that's called aposematism, and its function is to warn off predators. Are you a predator? Because clearly it works. I thought men were the logical, scientific, they're the most reasonable of the genders, and yet, every single time, alpha male logic is never actually scientific, you know? The NFL is clearly rigged. They won Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl, so they made sure her boyfriend's team won. I haven't watched a minute all year, and I won't be watching the Super Bowl with the Democrats' little voting machine heifer in attendance. She is a true problem for our country. Do you have the same energy when Eminem is shown just as much at Lions games? Or is it only because she's a woman who's more successful than you could ever dream of being? It's freezing outside. Where the hell is global warming? I ate today? Where the hell is world hunger?
Note to self, never travel with Sandra Bullock.
When she's driving a bus or in outer space or going down a river with two random kids.
But did she or did she not get to where she needed to be? Aha! Some loss of life is fine as long as you get to the destination.
Mike Johnson.
The Lord told me very clearly to prepare to become Moses.
I'm sure this is just me, but I don't trust politicians who claim to be having one-on-one conversations with the Lord about their political machinations.
Democrats are so jealous. They don't have a Donald Trump. They would give anything to have him, but they don't. They're like a jealous girl that got tossed to the side. They're blinded by hate and jealousy and will do anything to stop him because they can't have him. Psycho.
Hey, you don't have to sign your tweets at the end. God damn. I was just gonna say, you could replace Donald Trump here with Hunter Biden, and I feel this would really fit Marjorie Taylor Greene's, like, just personal frustrations for him specifically. Just the multiple times she's sharing his nude pics and videos to everyone in the public space.
Twitter sure is something else.
X?
If he can dead name his own child, I can dead name his stupid ass app. Schmidt's gonna be called Twitter until it's fully crashed.
I hate cancel culture. Imagine God canceling you because you did or said the wrong thing.
I mean, the very first Bible story is God canceling two people over an apple? What?
If Jesus was real, they wouldn't call it the crucifixion. They would call it the crucifact.
The Vatican City wants to know your location.
Why? I'm not a minor.
I've been alive 20 years and still haven't found the right thing to say when someone knocks on the door of the public bathroom you're in.
Ah, I've been waiting for you. It's always a good one.
Nah, mate, practice your dominance. Say, come in.